Hello, everybody. This is an unexpected stream, as I said down in the description. And we're going to see what happens. But uh, after having had some preliminary talks here with the Captain Finity himself,
Who let this idiot on?
yeah, why am I even on here?
Right.
How you
You think? How you doing?
uh, no, just we talked for what, maybe 10 minutes, maybe
Couple of minutes? Not
couple of
even that
minutes.
exactly. We didn't even have to go through everything that much. Just, hey, folks, life is short. Let's get over things. See how. Maybe we can actually reach a week where we all get on. Can you imagine if we had Daniel, Scotty, everyone? all
I did DM the link to Daniel, and I did DM the link to Scotty. So
Good. I've just made up with Scotty, but I've just blocked him again. But that's what I'm talking about. I don't care. It's all
you
good.
literally, wait, I was just in the middle of watching that stream too when I saw you over at Skogley's.
I blocked that little fuck, that little fickle fuck, you backstage motherfucker, Scotty.
Oh, I seen you typed in Skogley's chat something about you had just like by the skin of your teeth missed like a backstage with Scotty or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I go in the garden for 20 minutes, and that's exactly it. So I'm willing to reconsider, Scotty, but 10
Oh,
minutes, you
that's
fickle
right.
fuck.
Yeah, you're coming up on springtime down there in New Zealand, aren't you?
Yep, springtime. It's exactly. It's a different day. It's a different year. It's next year. It's Saturday evening. It's the future.
See, if you want the real Christmas in June or July, you got to go down to New Zealand. So.
Right? Quite right. Indeed. Yeah, the days are getting longer here. No Christmas coming here. No Halloween. It's Beltane over up in this mofo.
Uh, so it's been a long time. I think when I unblocked you from Twitter Twatter, it said March of 2024 was the last time we messaged each other. So that's been damn near, yeah, it's been at least a year and a half.
Wow. That's even longer than a blocky with Scotty.
I know, right? What the hell?
I've been going through a thorough round of ticking people. At one point, I almost had a bingo, almost like pissed off everyone on YouTube except Jens. So for a couple of months there, Jens was the only person that would talk to me, but now Jens isn't talking to me. It's like whack-a-mole, folks. I can't.
Yep, I heard that on your stream too. And now I heard you're on the outs with him now. So,
I mean, again, just to be clear, there's not a single person I won't talk to. That's a double negative. It's just YouTube, folks. I mean, I will continue to upset people deliberately or otherwise, mainly otherwise. There's nobody I won't talk to, even that anti-derivative Jill. But there's plenty of people that don't want to talk to me, and a lot of people that will never change. But that's on them. What can I tell you?
absolutely, absolutely. And you know, I'm pushing 50 in a few months. I'm going through the stuff I am with Nikki. Life is too short to hold grudges, right?
Right?
So,
That's what he said, folks.
and it's like I say at the end of all my streams. It's a rough world out there. Let's take care of each other. That means more than just patting someone on the back. No, man, you got to lift people up, right? So.
Yeah, I'm feeling that. In fact, shout out to Suzanne because it's basically Suzanne and a couple of other people. But basically, the more I hear about some people out there, even people I haven't been getting on with, going through a hard time, not to get too overly sincere, folks, anyone out there, but yeah, there's some people out there going through a genuine hard time, and it really puts YouTube shenanigans into perspective.
Hey, nice, nice. That's the name of my Saturday show.
Perfecto.
Absolutely.
So as long as we all agree that I'm the king of time travel, I get it. Jens doesn't. I'm right. He's wrong. Then we're all happy.
I've never denied that. I've still no. Even when we were like blocking each other, I still
Yeah.
support your theories 100%.
Yay! See, that's all I need. You don't have to like me. You just have to acknowledge out there that Back to the Future has got 3 timelines. As long as we agree on that, then we can all get on,
It's really quite simple if you think about it.
right? Exactly. Bird of Prey 5, Kaplat, rest in peace. He got it. The last conversation we had, he went from going, Captain, you're a jerk and you don't understand time travel, to Captain, you're still a jerk, but you totally get time travel. It does have 3 timelines. Kapla.
Yes, and that's basically word for word what Bird said. I remember that stream very well.
Yeah. So going backwards in time creates new timeline. It's that Clobby's law, folks. It's that simple. It's, we can get into it if anyone wants to, but it really is pretty straightforward.
So did I heard you try showing Jens your poster, but he wouldn't show it. I'm just going by what I heard from your stream that I've watched so far. Actually, let me tell you how far I am into that stream.
Okay. Yeah, he was afraid.
I'm at 1 hour 58 minutes out of 2 hours 26. I got about a half hour to go on it. So,
I mean, maybe one of these days Jens will come on here, because basically Jens, anyone that doesn't know Jens, his whole thing is, you're a soy nerd bitch. Everyone's a soy nerd bitch. Jens, if you won't debate me, you, my friend, are a soy nerd bitch. But basically, I have listened to Jens, because he did give me a home for a while when I was YouTube homeless. But he basically, he'll tell you there's 9 timelines in Back to the Future. But if you listen to him properly, Jens thinks there's 6 billion timelines in Back to the Future. That is not going to fit on a poster.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, 6 billion. That's silly. That's just too silly. Every time Marty McFly burts, farts, or comes, there's another mother flipping timeline. I don't think so, Jens. That's arbitrary.
So he's subscribing to the Star Trek version of infinite timelines, because any decision that can be made will be made. Therefore, the timeline diverges infinitely in every instant of every second. What?
Right, but Daniel understands this. That means timelines caused by not time travel. I mean, for people whose main complaint is it's too complicated, if you're saying, which Jens is, that new timelines can be created by not time travel, you might as well say there's 7 billion timelines in Singing in the Rain.
Wait, where did that raindrop fall? Where did the other one fall?
Right? Every time. Oh, another raindrop, another timeline. Not only time travel. Keep it simple.
Did that ant drown from the rain, or did that one?
Right? People just want it. I want it correct. Other people, I want it correct, but the others, they want it simple. So only time travel. That's DVB's law. Only time travel to the past creates new time actions within a timeline. Knocking a tree over. Oh, I knocked over a pine tree. That's not another timeline. That's a change to the events within the timeline. Oh, it's just so simple.
Shit. Never mind. Delete.
So Jens doesn't get it, and he knows he doesn't get it, and he's convinced 0 people. Not that being in the minority makes you wrong. Normally I'm in the minority, but I've convinced 3 people, 4 now. Jens has convinced nobody, and that's why he's too afraid to debate me or to show my poster or my book. He's debated Tony. Tony won. Tony gets it. Stark of Iron gets it. So Tony's on team correct with us. You, me, Daniel, Tony, DVB, we all get it. Jens, he doesn't get it. But at least he's into it. He's into it, but he doesn't get it.
I mean, no, I know I get it, because if you're still using the same posters, I don't know if you've modified them or not, but I actually helped you with some of the images proving your points. So
right, because you obviously you like the Star Trek, so I mean, City on the Edge of Forever, that's got 3 timelines. Don't even.
Well, that one, and there was that one bathroom scene with the
Reservoir
mirror.
Dogs,
Yeah, Reservoir Dogs. Yep.
which has got one timeline. There's no time travel. Yet Jens will probably tell you there's 17 timelines in Reservoir Dogs.
Well, I think
Goes
the
to the
thing was
bathroom.
somebody was trying to say, oh, they never came in there, so that couldn't happen. But I found that picture of the mirror with the person in the mirror.
Right? It's
Yeah,
on screen. It
it's on
happened.
screen. It happened. Exactly. So,
But see, we got a lot to talk about. That's why we need Daniel. Get the others. Get Daniel. Get everyone.
oh, I sent them.
Bring
I
me
sent them.
everyone.
Yeah, I sent them the links, Kev. So
I'm surprised Jill's not here.
she might be listening in the chat. You never know.
She's always listening, aren't you, Jill? Great quote from Jill earlier, by the way.
What quote would that be, Kev?
She said on her show, "Who's Burt Reynolds?" No, it wasn't Burt Reynolds. It was Rock Hudson. No, it was Burt. Who's Burt Lancaster? Who's Burt Lancaster? You fucking tourist. No, it's fine. Even Tiger Stripes did a double take.
Confusing Burt Lancaster with Burt Reynolds. Alrighty.
No, that was me. That was my mistake. She'd never.
Okay.
At least I've heard of them. She hadn't heard of them. Never heard of Burt. Who's Burt Lancaster? Who's Burt Lancaster? He's an actor.
Hey, Viv, how are you? No quit.
Oh, sit up, everyone. It's Viv. Or is it Vanel?
No, that's Viv. She, you can tell if it's Viv when she speaks Klingon when she comes in.
Is it drunk Klingon? Like when Scotty was on?
No, actually, that sounds kind of sober. So
sober Klingon. Very good.
Yeah.
Kaplot.
Hello, Suzanne. How are you, Suzanne?
Suzanne. Hello, Suzanne. See, Suzanne's helping bring us all together.
In her own way, yes, she is. I agree with that.
So that's why if we got Daniel and Scotty, that'd be almost everyone. Imagine if everyone, for one day, everyone got on. Wouldn't that be amazing?
Well, Suzanne, I'll send you the link to your Twitter twatter unless you want it on your Facebook. So, but for now, it's in your Twitter twatter.
Nice. Why can't we all get along
and hit the ball?
Yeah, well, I can't do that, but I mean, I could, but I won't.
Oh, that's right. It's technically not legal there yet, is it?
Yeah, I've decided to become straight edge apart from coffee, tea and coffee, and sugar. I guess sugar's a thing, but
well, really, then your tastes as far as that goes haven't really changed at all. Then, so.
No, as long as I've got tea, coffee, sugar, and milk and chocolate, I don't need anything.
Yeah, well, keyword need. You can want a lot of things, but you got what you need.
That's exactly. You can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you can get what you need.
Yeah, so you heard the thing with Scotty up here the other night.
Twice.
Yeah, you listened to it twice. Thank you for that.
It was so awesome. You bunch of dinks.
No, but seriously, Scotty came up here and all I wanted him to do was acknowledge what he said, and he did. So
yeah. No, I love it at one point where someone said the difference between Scotty and that dictator that we shouldn't mention. At least he apologized. That's the key difference.
Yes.
And then the other classic moment was when PvP goes, "Well, Scotty, I'm not going to allow you on my live stream." Scotty's like, "But you don't live stream."
All right. Hey, Susie, how you doing?
Suzanne.
Zach Infinity.
How are you?
How are you, sir?
I am operating within established parameters, thank you.
And how is Jay?
I'm doing okay.
How's Jay doing?
Yeah, all things considered.
Snow's gone.
Yeah, you must not have got too much the other night, huh?
We had it for a couple of days and then it went away again.
Ah.
So today's topic is
Time
Okay.
travel, hot sex,
Well-
and chocolate.
Well, besides the usual, it's about life is too damn short. Told stupid ass grudges over bullshit.
Yay. Yeah, we want a clean sweep. I want to see a full panel of all the lovers, all the haters, all the ambivalators. I want to see Scotty. I want to see Jim and his landscape. I want to see Daniel. I want to get everyone up here for a big love fest.
I don't think Jim will come up here.
Come on,
Just
Jim,
'cause-
you can do
Well,
it. You
he literally
landscaping
said
motherfucker.
on my live earlier tonight he doesn't feel comfortable here. So
No one feels comfortable. That's part of the excitement. You're supposed to feel the discomfort and come on anyway.
yeah, get out of your comfort zone.
Exactly. What the hell? Where's Suzanne? What have you done?
Oh, her internet is not the greatest some nights. So
Sort it out. I would say get Tony up here, but he's live already. Subscribe to Tony. He likes being subscribed to.
yeah, I think he's doing a subscriber special or something along that line.
Yeah, he likes his subscribers. Loves the subs. What other arch enemies have I got? Emerald Teague, that's another one. My arch nemesis, Emerald. I'd even talk to Teague.
Well, I don't think I've talked to him since before I stopped talking to you.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you might get in trouble for talking to me. Scotty did.
Well,
Just you wait till I get you home, Scotty. Okay, Jill. Allegedly.
Susie says hi to Valor, but that's Viv.
Mm.
I'm sure Valor's
Maybe they got
listening.
mixed up. Viv and Valley got mixed up in the transporter. Now it's Vivor.
Vivor. Ah,
Two Val. Valak.
that's actually funny because the other night, last night on Gorillas, they were talking about Neelix and Tuvok getting mixed together in a transporter.
See, I can't. Oh, there's a whole thing. I mean, how can you mush together two consciousnesses?
And then say you're going to kill the third entity that got created out of it, just put the other two back the way they were.
Right? Where are they?
When you're, especially when you're Starfleet and your whole mission is to seek out new life.
Rather than destroy it. Quite so.
Even though they
Weird old
roam,
myth.
even though they roam around in starships that can basically wipe out planets within 3 orbits. So
We come in peace. Shoot to kill. Shoot to kill.
we come in peace. You leave in pieces.
There you go. Yeah, we'll take your dilithium too. And then we'll consider whether to blow up your planet.
They're just more devious than the Klingons are, but at least the Klingons tell you what they're doing.
Right? At least they're straightforward. They're going to come up, rock up to you and go, Kapla, you know what's what with a Klingon. Not those devious mother flipping humans.
Yeah, she said her internet's fucked. Yep, I figured that, Suzanne. That's okay.
Let's get that down. Engineering, fix Suzanne's internet immediately.
Well, I wish it were that simple. It's where she lives. She doesn't have the greatest internet out there.
Okay, yeah. I know those feels. I recommend Starlink.
See, I mentioned, well, no, it wasn't her I mentioned that to. I mentioned it to Matt Arnold. And where he's at, even in Alabama, they said they want to charge like an extra, what, $300 to $1,000 a month just for some dumbass.
300. You can get a coffee machine.
Yeah,
for that much.
Yeah, on top of the regular, because something about usage and data in the area, I'm like, that shouldn't have fucking twat all to do with
300
it.
on top.
Yeah.
You get a soapy tit wank for that much. Damn.
I've missed that term. Viv says, I come in peace and leave you all stiff. Hey, no argument there, Viv.
I like to arrive stiff, but I don't like to leave stiff necessarily.
Doing well, I hope, Suzanne. Suzanne says, good luck. I'm in a tiny village, population 200.
That is
And
tiny.
Yes, she is doing good. All right. Oh, do you remember Viv's sister and Valor's sister who we got together on that one Thanksgiving Day?
The one that we turned into a lesbian.
Yeah, they still are together.
Yay! We did it.
We did it. We did it.
Yeah, that was permanent. We did it. We did a thorough turning there.
Fuck yeah, we did. I can't remember if it was my live stream or yours, but I remember
It's yours.
It was just like one of the most epic things ever.
That's pretty good. Even Robert My Burnett can't boast that he created a lesbian.
That was pretty epic.
I mean, I bet Scotty could do it if he put his mind to it.
Well, all he had to do is walk up and say,
So would he go out with me?
"Oh, you do."
No, I'm gay. How you doing? Did you hear that, Scotty? That's a friendly one. If you were here, you could answer back.
Yeah, that was a friendly poke, my dude.
Yeah, all my jibes are friendly, folks. It's all done out of love. I love you, Jim. Jim, do my landscape. Landscape me, Jim. Jens, come up and talk time travel. How you doing?
Zen says, pretty sure they're counting the folks in the cemetery as a population. Oh, you mean like the state prisons do for their prisoners that reside there that can't vote?
So what Suzanne's saying is our village is 200 people and some of them are alive too.
Yeah, a quarter of them are alive. How you doing?
Wow. Mind you, it was YouTube, 3/4 are brain dead. How you doing?
Thank you for
Remember,
the like. I was going to tell Suzanne, thank you for the like and the repost over on Twitter.
Yay.
Oh, Viv says Scotty just has a flashy woman and she suddenly turns lesbian and turns a gay man straight.
Either way, it's no dice.
Yeah. See, I didn't say that, Scotty. Viv said that. So
Yeah, we've said that. We didn't say that or think it.
yeah, see, it's on screen.
Yeah, there's the evidence.
Lemon foul.
We got a lumberfowl. Banner.
You know, the funny part about all of this is we both have new channels now.
Oh yeah, Daniel said that you had a thing happen with yours.
Yeah, so I'm on the new channel.
There you go. You're on the new channel. I'm on the new channel. See, it's all turning over a new leaf, isn't it?
Yeah. See, I got rid of the old one. I'm just tired of all the bullshit over there, right? So
Sometimes you got to start fresh.
yeah, exactly.
I had promised that I wouldn't start a new one, but after I couldn't show my poster on Jens's, after I realised that, and again, to be fair, for a few months there, the only person that let me on anywhere on YouTube was Jens, but I realised he was suppressing my right to talk about time travel. He didn't like being disagreed with, and I thought, oh, that's it, baby, I'm back.
Oh wait, did he get like all fucking roided out and?
Yeah, I mean, as part of the new me, I should let Jens speak for himself. But basically, I'm right, he's wrong. I'm a humble, stable genius. He's a fucking idiot. 6 billion off-screen timelines. What are you fucking talking about, Jens? You can't even beat Tony in the debate. And the thing is, he's so delusional. He's like, oh yeah, I won. I fucking beat Tony because I talked the loudest and I swore the more. So that makes me right. It doesn't make you right, Jens. Back to the Future does not have 6 billion off-screen timelines. So don't deny it's 6 billion because that's what you told me. So it's got 3. That's it.
Exactly. It has 3.
Right. It's got 3. So when my book comes out, once I've got an ISBN, because I tell you what, Tony called it a shower thought once, and I thought, well, he's right. A 50-year shower thought. 40 years thinking about Back to the Future, 50 years thinking about Star Trek. I'm not claiming it's easy being a super genius. I have to think about it every day for 50 years, 6 years discussing it with every mother flipper on YouTube. So every question, comment, and joke about time, yeah, it's not real. It's there's no rules.
Oh,
That's
dude,
Scotty.
we made a lot of those jokes like the 3 years we knew each other before, that whole kerfluffle. So,
Right. So
but
I've heard everything. And basically every single topic, mind you, I said I'd heard everything, and then Scully was like, what if you need to move timelines? I'm like, I've got to invent timeline shunting. But now I'm telling you, the book is done. 50 years, 100 pages, and finally, for the first time in my life, I've completed a book. It's done. I'm telling
it's
you,
done.
Jay, it's taken my entire life. Just ask George R. R. Martin. Starting a book is easy. Writing a book is hard. Finishing a book is mother flipping almost impossible. Now, I freely admit it took me 50 years, but that's it. Time travel is done. So if anyone wants to question me, if you think there's something I haven't heard, including it's not real, to it is real and you need to think about it. Hello, Eugene Bird. Then I've heard it all. I've heard every single. So you name it, I'll cover it. So Back to the Future, 3 timelines, the end.
Speaking of it ain't easy being cheesy, Suzanne says, isn't Scotty gay?
He's happy.
He's happy. Yes. Which is a definition of gay. So Viv says, I wish Scotty was here. The back and forth was always fun. Absolutely it was. It absolutely was.
Well, it's about, what is it, midnight Toronto time?
Hey. We got Barbie from the Fresno Nerds. How you doing, Barbie? Rock on, girl me.
Barbie.
Good to see you.
I'm a Barbie girl.
She is a Barbie
so
girl in her
Barbie
her
what?
weed growing world. Yeah, no, she's awesome.
Must be plastic.
Yeah, no,
So
her and her guy Beezy are freaking amazing, dude. That's all I gotta say.
Awesome, awesome.
Awesome, exactly. Viv says, it ain't easy being a super genius. Well, first we need to find a super genius. That's how easy or hard it is.
Well, that's why we need Scotty.
Yeah, I'm sure he can answer that.
Yeah, come on, Scotty. It's Friday night. I know you're out there.
Hey, Barbie and Beezy, says Suzanne. Yes. Happy Friday, says Barbie.
Nice.
Absolutely. How you doing?
Hi.
Barbie, this Captain Infinity up here is a acquaintance of mine from long ago.
I'm an annoying fuck, and everyone says so.
Well, hey, at least me and you have that in common, Cap.
You've got good tolerance for annoying fucks, and sometimes I try to dial down the annoying fuckness, so we meet in the middle.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Barbie says, hi, beautiful Suzanne. Hope all is well. Always good to see you. Yes. What's popping tonight? The tabs on my PBR.
The PBR? Oh, that you said the magic word. You will get Scotty up here.
Yeah, see. No, he talked me into it. Like literally, he kept saying how good it was, and finally, I bought some from my store.
Is it good? It's lager, isn't it?
It's not like malt liquor. So
okay. Oh, it's a liqueurs, mind your own business.
No. It's just regular beer. It's no, you know how they got like that malt liquor shit that's like 5% or 8%. It's not that.
Right.
It's regular beer, but it actually tastes decent, right?
As long as it's better than Heineken, there's your benchmark.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Okay, well that's something.
Let's see.
If I am ever going to drink again, it's got to be margarita. My time in life, margarita or nothing.
You're gonna read this from Suzanne. Can you read this?
At least you have a brain for the tea. Sometimes.
Oh, he wished he had a brain. Oh, but
right.
Was it popping tonight? Yeah, not much. Where the party at? Well, the party's right here, especially if Scotty and Daniel and shows
all
up.
All them feckers, right? Yeah, Jim's Landscapes, Jill, all them people.
You know, even if I sent Jim the link, I doubt he'd show up.
Oh, send him the link. Send him the link and go, Captain's here. That'll do it. That's like double reverse psychology.
Well, I know because up until like even a week ago, I referred to you as he who shall not be mentioned.
Fair enough. Yeah, don't even give me the publicity. Very wise.
Yeah, well, yeah, I did. But the thing is, they all knew who we were talking. So.
Yeah, it's either me or Voldemort. Yeah, I was the Voldemort of YouTube but the thing that's why I think Tony tried that until we started getting on again. But that's the thing. Then as soon as people said that, it's like when you try not to say rude words on the YouTube, then people knew that meant finity. So everything just means finity, especially anything you're not supposed to say. So it just made me even more powerful.
Well, see, I was empowering you without even knowing it.
Right? How you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
See, it's more fun for the audience if we get on. And I think it's a good example. This is, again, it goes back to the struggle session with you and Scotty and PvP. And in fact, if I may say so, PvP is another one. It's going to take a while before he even wants to be on the same planet as me. But I've got to say, in my humble opinion, just my take, my opinion, I could be wrong. It's not a fact, but in my opinion, the person that needed the most cheering up, that was farthest away from regaining their sense of humor, was our good mutual friend PvP. Come on now.
Well, he thinks he has one, but he's kind of like Scotty in a way because the more he drinks, the more he loosens up, but then he gets to a tipping point. So
it's kind of, he's like he loosens up, then he loosens up to what I was musing on it earlier. He either gets upset with Scotty or horny for Jill. That's just my opinion, just an observation.
And he gets upset if you say, "Whoa, I'm trying to talk here. Quit talking so much." And then he's the first one to yell out, "Can I finish what I'm saying?"
I don't know. Can you?
You didn't seem to have a problem with it. Yeah, he didn't seem to have a problem with it when other people were talking. So.
Right. Interrupting's okay as long as it's me doing it.
Yeah, do as I say, not as I do.
Right. The old double standards. What's PvP stand for? Pleasant interrupting picker. Doesn't even make sense, does it? That'd be Pip. Who's down with PvP? But I like PvP. Just it might be a one-way thing.
See, that's the thing. He really is a cool guy, you know.
Right.
And even if he, sober or a few drinks in him, but you can tell when he starts getting drunk, just like Scotty. We can tell when Scotty's getting to that point, right? So
yeah, more dick jokes. He gets the boat. They get more sexual, basically. Some people are like that. The alcohol loosens their sexual inhibitions.
Or they like to use the word homunculus.
Oh yeah, homunculus. I have to look it up.
Well, okay. Why? You put it on your last live stream as the title.
I changed it because to mark the occasion that you and Scotty had a struggle session. And
you did. You did that.
That's exactly why I did it. See,
nice,
you guys,
nice.
You affected me. No, it was great because it started serious. I thought this isn't a joke. They are arguing, but then as the struggle session went on, you guys found a path to some kind of let's say unstable mutual peace.
Yeah, middle ground, if you will. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm right, you're wrong. Middle ground.
Right. Heads I'm right, tails you're wrong.
There you go. So now that I'm in a good positive mood, fresh off re-blocking a Scotty minutes ago, it's a good time.
Jesus.
Right? I'm still getting used to Scotty and I have been blocking each other for so long. It's been our longest block ever. I was
going to say, as I was in the middle of watching your live stream with him on there for the first time, yeah. And if I know you block him,
right. And he didn't even do anything that bad, but motherfucker's got to learn. You've got to give me more than I've got to be allowed to leave Twitter for more than 10 minutes to go and do some basic gardening without missing out on the backstage party. That's you I'm talking about, Fickle Scotty.
Suzanne says, PvP gets mad at me when I call him out on his drinking.
That's a classic drinker's response.
You know, I had somebody about a year ago, maybe a little more than a year ago. Pastry called me out.
Oh yeah.
Pastry, and a couple other people, and I learned a hard lesson. It's like, okay, either I gotta know when I'm getting to that point and shut shit down, right?
Yeah.
Or just not do it. So
Right.
I learned some hard lessons, and I got to give credit to Rebellious Pastry for setting me straight on that. I really do. I always give them credit for it. So
But that's the tough thing about drinking. There is like a magic sweet spot, both for the drinker and the audience, where you're like a little bit more loose, but you're still okay. But the thing is,
yeah,
you get past the sweet spot, but you think you're in the sweet spot, and you
but
don't know
you're
that you're
not.
sliding. You're not, and you go into the sour spot, the drunk spot, the crazy spot, the sexual spot, the angry spot, and you think you're in the sweet spot. But that's part of being drunk. You're so drunk you don't even realize you're out, and that's when you're like, "Give me the keys, give me the key, I'll drive." No, you are
No,
fucking drunk,
you are fucked. You can't drive. Yeah.
right?
Suzanne says, Finity and Jay and Gorilla treat me good. Well, you know what? You deserve to be treated good, girl. You really do.
Amen to that.
And Barbie's singing, it's Friday night and I feel all right. Party's here on the Fresno Nerds. Yeah, I saw you went live on Twitch. Unless you're live on YouTube now, I can't know. I gotta go check.
Yeah. But yeah, Gorilla's another one. We've had words, but I like Gorilla's been talking about time travel. Gorilla said, "Don't use grandfather paradox because he keeps thinking it's about sex. It's not about sex. It's about murder." But then Gorilla did a stream called Back to the Future and the Grandfather Paradox. I was like, aha! He's into. See, it's like with Jens. We might not agree, but we're into it. We've all done live streams about it. Everyone's got an opinion on Back to the Future, apart from Scotty.
Yeah, Scotty just goes with the flow.
He's just like, oh, it's fiction.
Yeah, like Dancing in the Rain. Huh?
Right? Singing or dancing. But even that's a lesson because it's like I have learned from like with Jens, even people I disagree with, it's a lesson because it's like, yeah, it has to make sense because it's fiction. In fact, it needs to make more sense than a documentary. There's no one realized that reality is phoning it in these days, and it doesn't care because it is reality. Whereas a story, it's a bunch of made up nonsense, and that's why it's got a tougher job to be plausible because it ain't true before you start.
Mm-hmm. Suzanne says PvP gets mad at me. Well, you know what? You're not responsible for how other people feel.
Right. And that's not you, Suzanne. PvP gets mad at everyone apart from Jill because he's got the hots for Jill.
Yeah. And then he gets mad at that even because of how she treats Scotty. So,
well, he's jealous of Scotty and Jill's platonic love. That's just me doing amateur psychology.
right.
Just my opinion,
which really is no different than how me and Viv talk to each other, even though Viv stays in the chat. So
right.
And she's married, and her husband sits right next to her when I. So
she's married, and so's her husband.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah. And Barbie and Beezy are good to me, says Suzanne. Oh, absolutely. They're amazing. Barbie says, you're an amazing person inside and out, Suzanne, says Barbie. You deserve it. Absolutely.
Amen.
Susie says, Scotty only agrees with what he's told to. What? No. No. What? Really? What? I don't know. Really? Do you think he does?
He can be rebellious. No, by talking to me, he was upsetting a lot of people. So that's Scotty's. Just the act of talking to me proves that Scotty can have a rebellious, independent streak.
Yes. And I believe him coming up here with me and Mikey proves that he can as well. So
yep, he probably got in trouble for that too.
Probably. Although I haven't heard from him since that night. So
see, that I really think the more people regain their sense of humor and their sense of whimsy, that's why eventually even PvP, even Jim's Landscapes, even the Never Happy Tiger Stripes will eventually, they'll all be coming to your channel going, well, This is like Cheers, isn't it? The Cheers of YouTube, where everybody knows your name and they're always glad you came.
See, that's all I want right there, right? Just to have a good old time.
There you go.
Like they said at the end of the Flintstones, we'll have a gay old time, but hey, not that way, folks.
Hey, Scotty. How you doing?
Thank you, sister, says Suzanne to Barbie. Absolutely.
Yay.
Hey, Barbie, if you want to post your link up in the chat, go ahead. So Captain can find your channel and listen to some good tunes if he wants to.
Some good tunes, why not? Now, I've got to say, where is Daniel's Hot Topics? Daniel's one of the people that doesn't generally beef with anyone. So, Daniel, where are you? Is he still watching Scogli? Get up here, Daniel.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't keep
You're
track
not his
of.
keeper.
Yeah, I'm not his keeper. But did he run it by Jill? Good question,
Wow,
Suzanne.
that's key question.
Nothing but love, Suzanne, says Barbie. Yes, absolutely. Nothing but love.
Hey.
Growers love, smokers love, high-end love. Just, you know what? Homies and groomies hanging out. That's all it is, right?
There you go. All the love.
That's all it is over at their channel. Ain't no bullshit over there. Ain't no he said, she said. It's just let's hang out, have a good time. There you
That's what we
go.
like.
Thanks.
Ain't
Here's
no
our
man
channel.
high enough to keep
There
me
you go.
from you.
There you go, Cap. I don't know if you can click on that, but there's a link to their channel.
I can click on it on the re-rub.
Yep, on the re-rub. Absolutely.
I do like a nice re-rub.
And Suzanne put it in as well. Thank you, Suzanne. Always looking
Yay.
out for people. You know what, Cap? Go ahead and put your name in the chat if you can.
Oh, I'd have to open another device.
Oh,
I
okay.
could.
Never mind. I got you right here. I got you. Hold on.
Yeah, just go to YouTube, just type in annoying wanker, it takes you straight to the Captain Infinity channel. Now, actually, because some channels, specifically Robert My Burnett, there's a display issue, and rather than displaying your YouTube handle, it displays your actual YouTube name, or vice versa. Because you get to. So I changed both of them to Captain Infinity Time Travel Police, so it should be easy to find. Because I was notorious for changing my name. Two things I was.
Oh yeah, you
notorious
were
for.
like every 2 weeks there for a while.
Right, that's the other thing. So first thing I was known for is being annoying and pissing off everyone. The other thing I was known for, changing my name every 2 weeks. So now I'm still pretty annoying, but slightly less so, but a little bit. But I've also, so far, for at least 6 months, I've managed to keep this name. Because you see, it promotes 2 books, Captain Infinity and Time Travel Police. So at the risk of jinxing it, Jay, I think I am going to stay as Captain Infinity.
The
of
R38. The Time Police.
Yeah, I added the R38. You know why?
Yeah, I know why. That's
Yeah.
okay though.
But Time Travel Police. The police bit is because I'm the authority. I'm right. Basically, Jens needs to understand, as I think he does on a deep subconscious level.
That you're the Blade Runner of time travel.
That is correct. I'm right. He's wrong. He doesn't get it. I do. And he can call me a soy nerd bitch all he likes. But at the end of the day, my book is better than his stupid little poster. So there.
Excuse me. So
Gesundheit.
thank you. I put in a link to your channel so everybody has it there.
Well,
And
subscribe now. I managed to get 50.
Yeah,
51,
no,
I
you
think.
had 51 when I watched your stream. So I think I was 52.
There you go. I'll get to 100
and
eventually.
Congratulations, by the way. I'm only at 39. But you're obviously doing something right over there, Cap.
Yeah, time travel. Nothing else.
Yeah,
but that's my thing, yo.
It is. It really
I don't claim to be an expert on everything. I mean, I do like to. I was known for a while for being the person debating Descartes, but then everyone debates Descartes. Everyone's got the final answer. I mean, Doomcock's got the final answer. Robert My Burnett's got the final answer, but they don't agree, do they?
Yeah, you had another live stream called Descartes a Dink or something like that.
Yeah, I kept changing it, but that was the one with Scotty. But see, that I would like to see Tony Stark of Iron versus Robert My Burnett doing the final debate on whether Descartes a replicant.
Suzanne says,
Suzanne
"Finity,
says,
yeah, go ahead, read this one.
Finity, that's awesome that your book is finished. It took me a lifetime to finish one book. I mean,
I
to be
remember,
fair,
yeah, you were
still need
working on that when we had our little falling out. So,
right. It's ongoing because I kept listening to every comment. I mean, it still needs to be edited. It's just to be fair, still not printed, published, still doesn't have an ISBN. But it did
right.
take me 50
And,
years.
and to be fair, let's remind everyone you're not taking donations. This is not one of those, oh, here's a link.
Correct.
Please pay for my book so I can publish. No, you're doing all this from your
Off
own
my
end.
Yeah, until
Yeah.
it's printed. Exactly. I'm going to be responsible for everything and no money in advance when it's actually available in bookstores or wherever on a website, legit printed with an ISBN. So yeah, no paying in advance, basically. Well, you might have to pay in advance, but only after it's printed, basically. Once it's out there, legit,
Right.
only
So
then.
yeah, basically there's no campaign to say, oh, go fund this book and you'll
Yeah,
get a
no
copy.
Indiegogo, none of that shit, none of that. I've seen too many campaigns where people take the money and then run. So, and I'll be no better. So I'm not even gonna tempt fate with that one.
Barbie says, let's fucking grow. Hell yeah, let's grow.
Boing.
By that we mean, yeah, a lot of things. But mostly we mean friendships and stuff like that.
And
What
flowers.
you sipping on tonight? I got my PBR, Barbie. You know how I roll right now. I got my PBR. Nothing heavy. Nothing. You know, I'm just hanging
No
out.
tequila in the PBR.
Yeah, no tequila. No. I don't even have rum and coke in the house right now. So
Damn.
hot cup of tea over here, says Suzanne.
Oh, good idea. I'm just finishing a coffee. Might have to be tea next. See, that's one of the reasons I need someone to Daniel, get your ass up here so I can feck off and make myself a cup of tea. I'm gasping over here. I blame you, Daniel, and you, Scotty, for not being here. I need to disappear for 5 minutes and mute
That's
myself.
what I was gonna say. So I could go take a Geloja break and grab.
Right, Geloja. So
yeah,
we can't.
Geloja. Yeah,
We're
but
professionals up here, yo. We can't
we
take a break
are.
until
We are.
we
You know
need-
what? My last live stream tonight was a good 70% dead air, and that felt fucking terrible to me. It
Yeah,
felt
we
terrible.
don't want dead air. That ain't
No, we
happening.
don't.
Not on this channel.
Yeah, it's no good. Yeah, it's no good.
No, we've got a reputation to uphold. We might get up to some wacky, crazy nonsense stunts, but there's going to be no dead air up on the J Wi-Fi Nation, Soy-Fi Nation.
You know,
channel.
Cap, and this is just the first iteration. This is our first time being on the same stream in damn near 2 years.
Wow, it's almost been that long.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it'll be 2 years in March. So
that's a long time. But and yet you can get back into a groove in a matter of minutes.
hey, all you gotta do is say fuck the dumb shit and let everything go, right? So
there you go. Fuck the dumb shit. Speaking of which, where is Jim's Landscapes?
you know, he's feeling butthurt, I guess.
Come on, Jim, you're the one with a sense of humor. Ah, come on. Mind you, riding that lawnmower, no wonder his butt hurt.
Barbie says, "How you doing?" It's Suzanne in my voice. Hey, Suzanne, how you doing?
How you do it? Hi.
He says, "Sorry, I fell asleep last night." No, you're good. You're good, girl. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I didn't even stream on Thursday night this week. I waited till tonight, Friday night. Well, last night technically, yeah. So, yeah. But I know no, she left a message saying, "I missed you." I'm like, it's okay, don't worry about it. You know, shit happens, right? I'm not gonna get mad.
Now this is a good spontaneous one.
It
Poor
is.
Sci-Fi, he didn't even know he was going to be broadcasting.
I didn't. You know what? I do have a solution to your problem, though. All you gotta do, just make up a fake like Yahoo or Gmail, right?
Yeah.
Like a secondary one or a thirdary one. Well, see, because I give 20 free hours a month now instead of 10, right? So you get 20 free hours.
Yeah. No, I just have to wait, basically.
No, you don't even have to wait. You just make another Gmail and you link your channel to it. So when you run out of hours on one, you just switch over to the other one and sign in, and you can still live stream.
Ah, good to know. Okay,
Yeah,
different login, same channel.
exactly.
Because I do chew through. If I was disciplined, I'd have enough left at the end of the month. But sometimes I like yapping too
But now
much.
you don't have to, right? See, the way I just said it, you could get your full 40 hours a week if you wanted to.
Okay. Well, plus because I prefer guesting. So this is basically now you and Jens are the only people this year that have allowed me to guest. So
Really?
I'm great. Yep.
Wow.
So
Well, how come? Okay, I am just wondering real quick why I'm not seeing something up here. And
I
I
mean, I
didn't
did
change it.
mention that. I've got to say, it's good that Tony Stark of Iron subscribed to Tony, another person that I've only just recently started getting on with, but probably because of other people, I'm still not allowed on his channel. So I realised, hang
Oh,
on a minute, he's got a
on
free pass on my channel. I can't
wait,
get on his
on
channel.
Tony's channel.
Yep. So just to
Well,
emphasise, I'm getting on with Tony. Tony's great. Subscribe immediately to Tony Stark of Iron. He's great. But presumably, because of other people, I'm just not going to get on that panel anytime soon.
Thursday is our streaming day. Lol. Yeah, you know what? So is oh fuck, what is my Thursday called?
So what is your
I don't know.
channel?
I don't know because yeah, I'm trying to because I got tapped out Tuesday, Saturday night shenanigans. So
Wanky Wednesday.
the Thursday night thingamajigs. That's what it is. You know,
There you go, the thingamajigs.
I used to have Wacky Wednesday, but way back in the day, it used to be
Close
called
enough.
Free to Play Weird or Worth It Wednesdays. But I haven't really played any free games lately. So.
Okay, Freaky Friday.
Hey, there you go. Maybe I'll do a Friday one too. Call it Freaky Friday. You never know.
I mean, it is Friday. I mean, it's Saturday night for me, but it's Friday. What is it? Friday night, Saturday morning for you.
So it's Sunday Fun Day. Woo!
Sunday Fun Day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, they're a blast over there. They're amazing.
Manic Monday.
There's another. Hey.
There you go. And G's Landscapes Tuesday. I happily predict there'll be a lot of people listening on the re-rub just going, what?
Oh, absolutely. They're going to be like, WTF, mate, captain's on. Especially,
Right.
After the last year and a half at least, right? So,
yeah.
But it's like we said at the beginning, with everything that I got going on,
Right.
Captain has been through some shit. Suzanne's been through some shit.
Right.
I'm going through shit. It's like we ain't got time for all that dumb shit. So
yeah, and YouTube is dumb shit. That's what we all need to realize. It's just a bit of fun. The moment, and we're all guilty of it. We've all done it. But the moment that we start taking YouTube too seriously, is the moment that we've lost track of life.
The most precious thing of all.
Amen. Well, that and a good coffee.
Yes, sir.
And titties. Titties are essential, but they're part of life.
Just shake your head and say, yep. Hey, don't say that. That's what I told Viv last week or the week before.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Because she was talking about boobies.
Wow, who doesn't like boobies?
Scotty? I can't know.
Oh, I'm sure he does. Scotty on the re-rub. I bet you love boobies.
I bet he does too. We're just messing with you, Scotty. Get up here.
Yeah, come on now, Scotty. You survived the struggle session, Scotty. See, reverse psychology. It's only when you slag him off he comes up. You start being too nice to him, he takes you for granted. That's our Scotty. He likes to be slagged off. It's the best way of getting his attention.
Right?
Funny that, isn't it?
That is funny. Viv says, "Oh, Valor just poured me a new drink. Sweet plum wine, 2 ounces.
Lychee sake.
Wasaki. That's got to be like Japanese rice wine, lychee sake, 1.5
I reckon.
ounce, dry gin, 1 ounce, juice of half a lime, shaken, served on the rocks. Wow.
Oh,
Now,
oh.
hey, you know what? I'm going to take a screenshot of this. Hold on 1 second.
You're going to make one, aren't you?
Fuck yeah, I am.
That's going to get you nice and messed up.
Well, I'm not
Probably
going to
more than a PBR, too.
Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, PBRs, yeah, they don't have much alcohol. Unless you drink
4% or
them one
something,
right
I
after
imagine.
the other. I mean, Scotty knows about this, because he drinks PBRs.
He's got a low tolerance for alcohol.
He does. But you know what? Here's what I know about Scotty, too, right? Like, he could be drinking a PBR, whatever. He's fine, whatever. Okay, yeah, you had 2 or 3, whatever. You're okay, Scotty. Then he says, excuse me while I go outside for a minute. And he doesn't smoke just a cigarette. He
Or
smokes
something.
he smokes the funky, smelly green stuff, which is A-okay because it's legal in Canada, just like it's legal here in Michigania, right? No problem,
Right.
no worries, it's legal. But then he comes back, and that's when you're like, oh shit, that scale just tipped from 1 to 100 real quick. So,
Dads, don't cross the beams. I mean, everyone's allowed to do what they want as long as it's legal. But personally, I think drinking and smoking, I wouldn't necessarily recommend one. Both at the same time, oh, you got to be a professional. I wouldn't. That's just me.
Viv says Valor went so far as to make a crystal clear ice flower for the drink. Wow, that man loves you, Viv. He definitely
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
know
all
what?
the love.
Hey, Viv, no pain sticks for him tonight. You got to give it up.
Your agonizer, please.
Wrong universe.
Right? Oh, I love me some mirror action.
I don't mind the mirror universe at all. And you know what? I don't mind the JJ movies at all because at least
They
JJ said from the
place-
get-go that it's a completely different timeline.
It's a different timeline, or indeed, exactly, it's the Kelvin Klein timeline because his pants are different.
Exactly. Completely different. He said it from the get-go.
Right? Exactly. Pinekirk is a different person from Shatnerkirk. And Quinto Spock, he's a different person from the Nimoy Spock. It's so simple.
It's really that simple. It's
that
really
simple.
That simple. Yeah.
So simple that J.J. Abrams almost understands it, except when he contradicts himself.
Yeah, well, we don't talk about that.
Don't worry about that. Yeah, don't worry about it, JJ. We'll figure it out.
We got you, bud. You just stand over there in the corner. You'll be okay.
Yeah. When it's a different actor playing a different character, it should be simple. I mean, unlike in the Mirror Universe, where you've got Nimoy playing a different Spock. So that's the same actor playing a different Spock. And equally in Strange New Worlds, you've got a different actor playing the same Spock. So that's where it gets confusing. But at least with the JJ movies, it's a different actor playing a different Spock.
Right. But here's the thing about Strange New Worlds, right? Now the thing with New Trek is they doubled down saying it's Prime Universe. They fucked up by doubling down saying it was Prime Universe. Now, everybody wants to call out how emotional Spock was. Well, you apparently didn't watch TOS very much. Did you see how emotional he was in TOS?
Yeah, when he had a couple of PBRs.
Exactly.
Drunk Spock is emotional Spock.
Yeah, so is horny Spock. You ever see him throw a whole tray of food back out in the hallway at fucking Nurse Chapel? Well, there you go, folks.
Right, horny Spock, like PvP when Jill's around.
Throw the food out the door, and it's all yeah. And then he stands up and yells at
the big salad.
Yeah.
Yeah, under the power of reverse psychology, Robert Meyer Burnett of YouTube has spent so much time slagging off Strange New Worlds that I've just ordered seasons 1 to 3 on Blu-ray. So under the power of reverse psychology, I'm going to be watching that shit. Yeah.
Viv says he makes me happy, and I would definitely let Valor lead me by that. Oh, what? By the choker collar? Okay, yeah. You know what, Viv? I'd let him do that too.
Hey, how you doing?
Suzanne says, "Put me to sleep, guys."
There's a joke coming, but it's too
There's a joke.
many jokes.
Too many jokes.
Okay. All right. Hi. I'm Jens. I'm going to explain time travel. Yeah, you don't get it. It's fucking one of them, isn't it?
Or it could just,
6 billion.
yeah. There's also the Ice Cube lines from his one song. But
Ice Cube.
yeah,
Today was a good day.
yep.
Nice.
You know
I
what line I'm
didn't even have
thinking
to fire my AK. Today was a good day.
Good day.
Bow, 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 bow.
Hit her deep, so deep, put her rest to sleep.
Nice.
Today was a good day.
Well remembered.
Well, we're not that far apart in age, yeah.
True that. Yeah, you're the younger one. You're the junior in this partnership.
Yes, I do believe I was just younger than you. Not by much. But
You are. Yeah, because you're still in your late 40s, aren't you? On the cusp of the 50s.
Yeah, I'll be 50 in February. So, yeah.
You youngster.
I know, you damn youngins.
Exactly. With your newfangled devices and your short attentions. Oh, look over there, pretty colour.
Get off my
Right,
lawn.
Daniel, I blame
Ooh,
Daniel. I'm putting the kettle on. I can only go so long without drinking a hot beverage.
You go ahead.
Might
Go
not
get
be
your
alcoholic, but
go
Captain
get
needs
your
to drink
hot beverage. Go get your hot beverage, Cap.
All right,
And
I'm gonna mute myself for a couple of minutes while I get the kettle on. So I'm here, but so
yeah, you're here,
Daniel,
but
this is your fault for not being here. I'll be right back.
it's all your fault, Daniel. All your fault. I sent you the link, but you want to be a dink. I don't know if you're at Skogley's or not. There you go. We got Captain Infinity up here. We are making amends, as it were, which is very funny because this comes on basically on the cusp of somebody getting butthurt for taking something out of context that I said on a live stream. So, yeah, and then sending a whole bunch of messages that had nothing to do with that. So, I can absolutely see where Mikey's coming from saying that about this person. So, yeah. But without getting into too much of that, because I really don't want to say too much. As a captain would say, let the person be up here to defend themselves, right? So that's fair enough, right? Fair enough. I'm just putting it out there that if this person that feels like they're not welcome wants to come on here and have a little powwow and a sit down, well, then hey, get up here. Nobody's holding you back. And with that, let's not have any dead air because dead air is bad for your health. There's another Ice Cube lyric for him. Let's see. I got to check my YouTube real quick. Let me check my YouTube main page. See what's going on over there. Oh, okay. Skogley still alive. That's cool. Oh, that reminds me. I got to ask Captain a question about Skogley. Hey, Suzanne, are we putting you to sleep yet? Hush, little baby, don't you cry. If you wake up and your mouth is dry. Don't worry, there's more lyrics to that. Let's see. So I'm people that are listening, I know I put up polls asking about should I keep the same Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday streams? Or make more streams, right? So I know I should have asked this when I had 5 people listening, but you know, that is, I just figured those 5 people watching were all lurkers anyways, you know, especially because I got Captain on here. So, which wouldn't surprise me one bit, you know, especially after the last year and a half or so. So, Ermager, do you know what Jay did? He had Captain on. Yeah, and I can't wait for this to hit the fan tomorrow. Tomorrow I say later today. Life is too short and too precious to waste on dumbass fucking. You know what? We're an hour into this. I can say fuck. Wait, nope. What? What? Nope. You got to remind me, Suzanne. You got to remind me, girl. Nope. Oh, my singing don't put you to sleep? Oh, shit. At the very least, it'll make your ears bleed. Don't worry, folks. Our guest is going to make his tea, which is A-OK. He's on the bottom of the world. Well, the top of the world from his point of view. So, and he's going in springtime, which is A-OK. That's why I say if you want Christmas in June or July, just go down there to New Zealand where he's at. Nope, Scotty did not see it. Oh, Susie says, I think I'm the only one here, Chief. Yeah, probably. You probably are. But we had like 5 people watching earlier, so which is kind of weird. It's Friday night. Stuff awake. Oh, still awake? Yeah. Well, you know what? I agree with the captain. If Daniel and Scotty would have came on, we'd have kept those 5 people. Probably had 10 people. We could have double digited this thing, right?
Exactly. This could have been a real party. I blame you, Daniel. I blame you all.
And Scotty.
And Scotty.
Yeah, Scotty hasn't even looked at his tweet or Twitter message yet. So.
He's fallen asleep. He's passed out, face down in the Swarfeger.
You know, it don't surprise me. He's in the same time zone as me. It's 20 after 3 here, so.
But yeah, once he's asleep, I reckon that's probably it. But yeah, Daniel, I'm still holding out hope for. I mean, this is still a monumental occasion.
Yeah,
Daniel's
in my time zone too. So.
Yeah, so I don't know maybe he's just really enjoying watching Scogli play that video game. Who knows?
Scogli even still alive? I gotta go check out.
Scogli, you roister doister. Yeah, Scogli's got a few takes on time travel. See, in fact, we need to get at some point. I'd like to talk to Scogli as well.
Scogli's on, yeah.
He's the opposite of Scotty. Scotty's like, it's fiction, there's no rules. And Scogli is more like, you got to take this time travel seriously. We need a few more rules. I'm stuck in the middle of both of them.
Scogli DM'd me a couple of months, 2 or 3 months ago, says, well, guess who finally blocked me? I'm like, what? Who? He's like, Captain. I'm like, yeah, welcome to the club.
Now, to be fair, it's normally me getting blocked. I'm normally the person that gets blocked because I'm the person doing the annoying. But yeah, I will like to. Although having said that, yep, tonight it's me that blocks.
Yes, Suzanne. So. Yes, Suzanne. Please, go get Daniel. Yes, please.
Yeah, get Daniel. Get Daniel.
Get him.
Broadcasting, live streaming, being on YouTube, folks. It's like sex. In a lot of ways, one of them being it's even more fun when you got 3 people.
I was going to say sometimes the more the better, but you know,
right?
That just depends on the people that are involved, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, does someone maybe? How many people do you need before it's officially an orgy? I think it's 6, but
no.
I don't know if there's an official number on that. That's on 1 hour 10 minutes.
Well, no, I mean some people would say 3, right? You get more than 2 and.
3's not an orgy. That's just regular sex these days.
You know what though, Cap? You get more than 2. Someone's putting it in the poop. So,
well, do you know that now you mention it in a weird way, a foursome's actually easier to handle than a threesome because with a threesome, someone's going to get pissed off they're not getting all the attention.
Yeah, they're going to be a third wheel. Yeah, exactly.
Right. So at least with a foursome, you got like a main person, and then 2 side. You always need an odd number of partners, whether it's 1 or 3. I've not had 5 yet.
She just messaged Daniel, and as soon as we started talking about sex, we had 5 people. Now we're down to 4. So
There you go. What going up and down, isn't it? Up and
Well,
down.
we know what the people want to hear about, don't we?
How you doing?
Yeah, exactly. How you doing?
Hi. But I want to know who out there. What's the official? How many people before it officially becomes an orgy? But it's got to be more than 3.
Wait, you know what? Here, let me ask my phone.
You go on then.
I can talk to Google. Let me talk to Google. How many people before it's officially an orgy?
I'm going with 6, but that's just a guess.
Let's see. The AI overview says before it becomes an orgy, people are engaging in various sex acts that could be described as foreplay. Yeah. The trends into which is marked by a specific number of people engaged in sexual acts. Yeah, no shit. What's the number? It doesn't even tell me the number. AI don't even know. The AI don't even know. So there you go.
Because the number's important. I mean, here's a clue for you folks. If there's not 2 people, then it's not sex. It's wanking.
Oh, it's called masturbating. Yeah, wanking.
There you. How you doing?
Yes. Let me file. Yes, absolutely.
I'm sure Daniel knows.
He just said he
when
has.
Daniel shows up, he'll know right as
Well,
rain immediately.
he's not going to show up because Suzanne just said, "Shite." He just said he's got to get to sleep. Yeah, you know what?
Fine.
No, his parents are being like the worst kind of helicopter overlords in the world right now.
Just made a cup of tea as well. Sleep. Ha!
The fuck is that? It's like
Daniel's asleep. Scotty's asleep.
It's like my Facebook profile says, "I'll sleep when I'm dead."
There you go. I'm kind of shocked PvP hasn't come up to say hello.
Or Mikey.
Right. Another big fan of mine. Come on, Mikey.
Well, I'm just saying, if I can
Let's
make
it out.
I'm just saying, I'm the one that killed your fucking channel. Then I killed my own, to be fair.
There you go. Well, you see, it evens out.
It evens out. So if we can make up, what the fuck?
Anyone can. That's what exactly that. See, we could.
6.
Do you know what? I'm not just impressed that we made up, but that in fact we didn't have to have like a long, drawn out 5-hour conversation.
Yeah, we didn't have to do like a Scottyism up here.
Right, we just skipped the struggle session and went straight to how you doing.
Yeah.
See, that's how easy it is, folks. That's how easy it is, Jim, to get comfortable.
6. Suzanne says 6 people.
All right, 6 for an orgy. Yep, I'll go with that.
Hey, that kind of works. Is 6 sex? You know.
Hey, how you doing? It's either 6 or 6.9. Hi.
Hey. My mom just.
Well, I'll tell you what. If Daniel's not going to show up,
I got one for you, Cap. My mom just turned 70 back in August, right? Now the funny thing is, the year before that, when she was turning 69, I looked at my mom, deadpan in the face, and said, "Well, are you going to turn around and do it all over again?"
Don't rude jokes with the parents, or you're walking a thin line there, mister.
No, I didn't mean anything like that. She just said, "You fucking asshole."
Nice. Right, I'll tell you what, folks. I mean, obviously, it's your channel, Sci-Fi, so you're free to do what you like. But I'm a little bit OCD on the YouTube, so I reckon on 1 hour 15 minutes, we'll give it another 15 minutes, unless we get at least 6.9 people in the chat.
Yeah, it's 1:15:10 now, so.
Well, that's the problem with time. It keeps going forward. So basically, Daniel's got 15 minutes to change his mind. Scotty's got 15 minutes to wake up. Jim's landscape, you've all got 15 minutes to show up to the J Sci-Fi Nation channel and make it into a party. But if not, then at worst, we had 90 minutes of good, clean fun, telling people out there, get over yourselves, let's party.
Yeah, get the fuck over yourself.
Right?
But no, I need to take a Geloger, and I'll be back quick as a flash.
All right, you wash your hands. I'll keep talking. Right,
Don't
here you
worry.
go, folks.
I just gonna
Let's tell
say.
you what, I'll talk about time travel. I'll give
Oh,
them
there she is. There's Christine Hurd. Hey, Christine, how you doing?
Uh-oh. Hey, Christine. Right,
Good to see
Christine.
ya.
Jay's taking a Gelosia
Oh, you know
break.
what, Christine? I'm going to send you the link to come up here. Hold on. I'm going to wait to go take my little break because I want to see if Christine will come up here. I'm going to send her the link in the Discord.
Either that or you're going to be hearing about time travel while Sci-Fi Nation's taking a Gelosia.
Hey, there you go, Christine. Here you go. Check your Discord. Whoop. Whoop. There it is. Whoop. There it is. There you go.
Nope, Family Adams.
Boom, boom.
So the thing about time travel, right, you go take your Gelosia. Now you do what you want to your channel. Right, the thing about time travel.
Well, I got to bring Christine up. So.
Oh my, someone's writing a novel. George R. Martin in the chat there. Fuck me.
Well, okay. Viv says, "Oh, this is a simple one. Valor made for me. What? Oh, son of a bitch, got to save the screen again.
Ounce.
Yeah, whole ounce. Wow. A vodka, 1 ounce rum, 1 ounce blue Curaçao liqueur, 1 ounce Chambord liqueur. That drink he calls it the simple Romulan ale. Yeah, but it's a crystal blue clear like a Romulan ale. Christine, hello, says Suzanne. No, I'm dead tonight. Oh, shit.
There you go. Well, that's it. You've got to suffer a quick explanation on time travel while Sci-Fi Nation takes a Gelosia break. Off you go, Jay. I'll cover the time travel. I got you. Is he gone? He's gone. Right. Time travel, very simple. See, most people, they're like, oh, Captain, time travel gives me a headache. Too many rules. And then the opposite, you got Scotty go, there's no rules. It's fiction. There's one rule. It's just one rule. Because of the grandfather paradox. You can't go backwards in time and wipe out one of your grandparents. Doesn't have to be your grandfather. Could be your parents, like Marty McFly. You don't have to murder them either. Just knock them out of a tree. Prevent them from meeting. Basically, if you prevent your grandparents from meeting and making your parents, preventing, if your parents don't exist, then you can't exist. You're the time traveler. You know, like Marty McFly. Basically, as Daniel's Hot Topics knows, hello, Daniel on the re-rub. See, Back to the Future is the smartest and the dumbest time travel movie ever because it confronts the grandfather paradox, but it doesn't go through with it, with disappearing Marty. Because if you prevent your own birth, then you don't exist. If you don't exist and you were never born, then you never travel backwards in time. If you never travel backwards in time, then you didn't go to Hill Valley. You didn't prevent your own birth because you never traveled backwards in time because you weren't born. If you didn't prevent your own birth, then you were born. If you were born, then you did go backwards in time. If you went backwards in time, then you did go Hill Valley. So you did prevent your own birth. You prevented your own birth. So you don't exist because you were never born. Well, if you don't exist because you were never born, then you didn't exist. You didn't go backwards in time. If you didn't go backwards in time, you didn't prevent your own birth. If you didn't prevent your own birth, you did go backwards in time. So you did prevent your own birth. So you don't exist. You don't exist. You did. See what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. The teenage grandfather erasure paradox. And that, by the way, Gorilla's random thoughts, because it's not about sex with your grandmother. You're weirdo as a teenager. So I've improved, not only answered the grandfather paradox, I've renamed it the teenage grandfather erasure paradox. Because you bump into your grandfather or grandmother as a teenager, preventing them from meeting each other, thus preventing them from making your parent. The point is, if you prevent, I just told you, it's one of them, isn't it? So you can't, it's a thing, isn't it? You can't prevent your own birth. And it's that simple. That's the only one rule, Scotty and Scogli. Scotty says there's no rules. Scogli says there's 10 rules. Let those two argue it out. But the point is, I'm saying there's one rule. One simple rule. You can't prevent your own birth. And so therefore, whenever you see time travel in a work of fiction, going backwards in time necessarily creates a new timeline. Well, unless it's Terminator, that's a closed loop, or 12 Monkeys. But apart from a closed loop, but basically, there's 3 ways of doing time travel, and one of them is right out. Basically, a 50-year shower thought, a 100-page book summed up in 5 words. Those of you that don't want to hear it, if you're not passionate about time travel, if you want to move on, I can sum up a 50-year shower thought.
There is no
100-page book.
malleable timeline.
Someone's been listening. 5 words. No to one malleable time. Thank you, sir. That's all you got to know. There's not any story with a malleable timeline. No, they've got it wrong. Any story where the characters are running around going, "Oh, we've got to make sure we don't prevent the changing of the part. It's malleable. We're changing history."
Yeah, you
Shut
know,
up. No, you don't.
Family Guy did a whole episode on that. So if you want to see how that turns out, just go watch that. You know, when
There
Stewie
you
made
go.
his type of shit.
So whether
And we
it's
all know
Family
how that
Guy or Doctor Who or Star Trek, whether it's a comedy or a cartoon or it's hard science fiction.
Well,
or
you
soft
know, Captain, you really need
Yeah.
to get this Avatar and you know thing under your name.
What, Time Travel Police? Hey, you got
No.
Doctor Who.
Yes, I do. And look what I put underneath my name.
What you put? Sci-Fi Nation. My screen's too small. What's it say underneath that?
Time
What's it
Lord.
say? Nice. See? And Time Lady.
Hey,
How you doing? So Jay's got it. No to one malleable timeline. That's all you need to know. There's no such thing as a malleable timeline. Even Jens gets that. Having said that, part of Jens's theory is that there's still a malleable. So just Jens, you don't get it. So it's that simple. Those of you that don't want to be thinking about time travel, you don't want your ears bleeding, then just take our word for it. No to one malleable timeline. But if you want to know what the there's got someone else is writing a novel. My goodness.
well, hold on. No, Christine Hurt says, okay, well, I can't deal with the whole time travel subject. I already had a headache. Well,
See?
okay, apologies, Christine. But I made a bunch of money and I hope a new friend today. So it was good all in all. Well, there you go. You had a good day. Today was a good day.
Today
Right?
was a good day.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that a lot. That, do you know, so many people, as soon as you say the words time travel, they're like, nah, switch off, headache, no. And that's why part of the branding for Time Travel Police is it's the simple guide to time travel. I want it correct, but not you lot out there. I want it correct. You want it simple. And that's what the simple go backwards in time, create a new timeline. Simple. That's it. No changing history, no running around, no, oh no, we do this, oh, knock-on effect, butterfly effect, oh no, that's it. Nice and simple, no headaches, plug your ears, they're not bleeding. Just all you need to know, no to one malleable timeline. Okay, we're done. Phew.
Right. And it really is that simple. I actually helped Affinity here make posters about it 3 years ago.
3
right?
years ago, there you go.
Well, yeah, you had the basic idea down. And I said, well, what about this? And you plugged it into your poster. And I said, well, what about this? And you plugged that into your poster. Right? One of them was about Slavic, if I remember, and the other one was about Reservoir Dogs. So
yeah, well, the Reservoir Dogs one, that's the topic of the unreliable narrator and which is a completely different topic, but we can get into that one as well. But yeah, the Reservoir Dogs, I'm still big on that because, well, basically, if it's on screen, it happened, isn't it? I mean, film, you can't, basically, The Usual Suspects is the worst film ever made. That's all. If you like The Usual Suspects, you're wrong.
I went back to watch that just to prove you're wrong, and I was like, yeah, no, I can't.
Right? It's like, oh, we just the whole film's a lie.
Yeah,
a lie told by an already fictional character. We cheated you.
I don't mind the whole suspension of disbelief because we got to have that in order to watch fictional movies, right? You got to have a suspension of disbelief. But when they go about it the way they went about it with that, I'm just like,
but you can't suspend it twice. It's a fiction within the fiction. That's the problem. I've already suspended my disbelief.
Don't tell me a movie that's a lie without telling me it's a fucking lie.
Right, exactly. They're lying to you, just like Officer Cool Yarn of the Fish Police is getting lied to by Kevin Spacey's character. And that's the thing. I don't mind the trope of the unreliable narrator. They've got one in Star Wars. How did my father die? Well, Luke, I chopped his arms off one of his legs, took a massive dump on his head and said, see you later. Anakin was a good friend. Yeah, whatever. See, I don't mind the unreliable narrator, but don't go filming the unreliable narration. Don't go filming a lie told by a fictional character. Ah, Captain, it's fiction. Exactly.
Yes.
So,
Catching up in the chat, Christine Hurt says, "Thank you, Suzanne and Sci-Fi." Yeah, I don't often get these kind of good days, so I celebrate them. Absolutely, you're welcome. Viv says, "I take it you don't believe in multiverse theory." Yeah, no,
well,
because
that's the
because
universes are
to
different from
quote,
timelines. Not in a time
Kat.
travel story.
Hold on, because if you follow the only rule in time travel that applies, which is you can't change the past.
Yeah. So multiverse theory, yes, but do you know what? Good. This is very good point. See, a universe is different from a timeline.
Yes,
that's
the
what I'm
universe
talking.
is very different than a
So
timeline.
yes, if you want to believe there's a new universe every time a character
Every
burps,
every
farts, or
time somebody,
ejaculates.
makes, so at every nanosecond, there's going to be a brand new universe. No, fuck that. No.
Well, let's say if we want to say yes to that, but that's multiverse theory, but not multi-timeline theory. The
Right, which
idea
is
that there's a new timeline
right,
created by
which can
not
happen at the time of the decision making process. As soon as that neuron fires in the brain and somebody makes a decision, well, guess what? Yeah, that timeline can diverge from that point, but not before that. So
yes, if you want to have 8 billion universes, that's fine, but 8 billion timelines. See, this is where I refer you to the rest of the audience going, time. That's the kind of shit that gives people a headache. I mean, this is a great blessing. We've just had in the chat the two. So you get a group of people going, time travel gives me a headache, shut up. And you get the other group going, no, there's 8 billion timelines. This is what I'm talking about. You could have 8 billion timelines, and then you got yens, and then you got a headache. See, this is just nice and neat. Only time traveling backwards in time to the past creates a new timeline. That's why when Marty McFly travels to 1955, he creates timeline B. Knocking over a pine tree does not create another timeline. That's over complicated.
Yeah.
So there you
But
go.
now,
yes.
well, okay, I'll save my question for after the chat.
Now go on.
I already know
you may
your
talk.
answer.
It's your channel.
But no, to finish up what Viv was saying, where it states every action and choice you did or did not make, there are universes that those choices, actions didn't take, and Captain just explained that very well, I think. So
other universe, in fact, that's actually segues nicely to my other book, Captain Infinity, my fiction book, because that's got no time travel. Captain Infinity, guaranteed no time travel, but it does have parallel universes. That's why I'm keen to point out multiple universes, yes. Millions of fucking timelines, no.
You know what? You know why one of his favorite shows ever is Sliders? Hey, did you ever get that DVD, by the way?
Funny you should say that. Yes, but I've been watching another one, Counterpart, which is another program
nice.
about.
I got to look that up.
But for you Star Trek fans, that's the important difference between Mirror Mirror and City on the Edge of Forever. Mirror Mirror has a different universe, where City on the Edge of Forever has a different timelines.
Yes.
See, that's why Star Trek's so good, because it covers all the science fiction things.
All the tropes. Yeah. Let me catch
all
up
the tropes. That's the word. See, that's what
Suzanne says. Well deserved. Enjoy, Christine. Christine says, "Okay, I agree. That makes sense. That the timeline is not malleable." There
Yay! That's your baseline. That's all we need. See, everyone apart from the ironically named Time Prophet has basically come on board. No malleable timeline.
Christine says, "I think that we go back. It does create alternate. No, it does not create alternate timelines because that's what you call a malleable timeline.
No. Alternate timelines is good. That's not malleable. Alternate.
Okay. Never mind. Yeah, no, she's right.
We're all agreed. Phew.
Yes, different alternate time. Yes, there you go.
The
That's
moment
fine.
the time traveler, whether it's Captain Kirk or Marty McFly or whoever, goes backwards in time, unless it's the Terminator, because that's closed loop. Let's not worry about that now. The moment they arrive, before they've done anything, even exhale, just the moment of their arrival,
they've automatically created another timeline.
Yeah, and that's what keeps it simple.
Because
there's no, we're changing history. You're not changing history.
You're making a brand new timeline.
Right, and that's why Marty would never disappear, because it's Marty B that may or may not be born. But Marty A, he's a lot.
Yeah, which is going to be a good segue to what I was going to ask you
Yeah.
Wait, right? Because okay, so I got like, all the chats are. I don't want to get behind in the chats. Let me read the chats. Christine says, "Yeah, I think science fiction writers will mix up the two ideas: multi-universe and multi-timeline. They are not the same idea. Absolutely, they are
Yes.
not the same.
They're not the same. That's exactly right. Oh, I'm glad we're all on the same page here. You got the best audience.
I love my audience. They're freaking amazing.
See, and that is, thanks to Star Trek, Mirror Mirror. That's multiple universes. Silly on the Edge of Forever, multiple timelines. Not the same thing.
And I'm not sure if this is Beezy or Barbie. I think this might be Beezy, but it's about to go to live. If you're free after your stream, you should join us, Sci-Fi. I absolutely
go.
will. I absolutely will. You know what? I might even join you in the Discord chat when you're live. So it just all depends on how long this goes. So because I'm enjoying myself.
Obviously, if you want to wrap up to go there. But
well, you know what? No, I'm enjoying this, and we got people.
Yeah,
in the
let's
chat,
do another
people
15 to 30. Yeah, me too.
Christine says the idea that creating a new timeline by traveling back in time means that the new timeline will diverge. It's basically creating a new universe. I don't think any universe is created with every choice. Right. I agree with
what
you with
said.
Your last sentence.
Yeah. See that's the problem with Jens, because he's like, every time Marty does something, there's a brand new timeline, and that's why Jens thinks that Back to the Future's got 6 billion timelines, and that's where that's overcomplicated. See, that's what I'm talking about. Only time travel to the past creates a new timeline.
Right,
but doing stuff within the timeline.
The only thing I had a problem with what she said was traveling back in time means that the new timeline will diverge, is basically creating a new universe. No, it's not creating a new universe. It's the same universe. It's just a different timeline.
A new timeline. Yeah. To a lot of people, they might be like, oh, timeline, universe, same thing. But they
try to say it synonymously, but it's not synonymous.
They're not synonymous, just like Pledge and Donate, Amber Heard. Exactly. If it's created by time travel, it's a new timeline. If it's created by not time travel, it's a new universe. And that's important for shows like Star Trek. And that's why it's the Kelvin Klein timeline, but it's the mirror universe.
You said the Kelvin Klein.
You got it. Because of the pants.
The pants. It was on your underwear. What?
Exactly. Captain Kirk's underwear has got Kelvin Klein. How you doing?
Christine says, "Oh, thanks for the support, Suzanne." Yes, absolutely. Viv says, "Couldn't two different universes timelines overlap at weak points in the fabric of space-time? How would that affect those times?" Well, that's actually interesting. That's
a lot of word salad. I love what you're having.
Well, no, that's not word salad. That's actually
universe time.
That's actually in Einstein's equation of general relativity.
Real life.
That is real life. That's
about real life.
Talk
about fiction. Well, first of all, that chat says universe timeline. We just spent the last 10 minutes explaining that timelines and universes are two completely different things. So if you'll say universe timelines, that, my friend, is a word salad.
Okay, we'll have to revisit that in the future.
Sorry.
No,
I am time travel. Timelines and universes ain't the same thing. Yo.
The only thing gravity is just a dip in the fabric of space, right? So,
wow, there's a whole actual physics. They're now saying there's a negative star made out of a black hole. Don't even.
Yeah, it's called a black neutron. It's called a black neutron. I've heard of it.
Right. So this is a Wendy's Madam. This is a pop culture channel. Time travel isn't real.
Hey, there you go. Christine says, "Well, but I mean, where is the new timeline physically located? It's not in our universe. It's its own timeline."
Exactly. Where is it? It's on the other side of the end. Is that right? You're right. It's not here.
It's not here, but it's here, so it must be phased by 0.003 differential, as Jordy would say.
See, that's why the last thing I had to invent for the book is timeline shunting. The idea that you're stuck in your new timeline. See, this is why Back to the Future is a tragedy, because Marty A is stuck in timeline B. That's not his mother. That's not his girlfriend. That's not his car, is it? Marty
Oh.
A gets around town on a skateboard. It's Marty B that's the proud owner of the big black 4x4.
Yeah, and that chick.
Right? That's not his girlfriend. That's Marty B's girlfriend. It's only because Marty B conveniently disappeared. Marty A is stuck in timeline B. He
Oh,
doesn't
here's
give
a-
two shits and a
here-
fuck because
here's a-
it's better.
Here's a question, Captain. Christine says, I mean, do you need a universe to have a timeline in? Well, if
They're
you don't
just
have
two
a
separate
universe, how
things.
the hell can you have a timeline?
Right? They're just two different things. I mean, they're effectively the same, but again, if it's created by time travel, we call it a timeline. If it's not created by time travel, it's called a universe. And again, for you Trekoids out there, your Trekkies and your Trekkers, mirror,
Yeah,
mirror.
that would be me. Yeah, that would be me. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so it's the mirror universe, but it's the Kelvin Klein.
But it's the Kelvin
Timeline.
Klein. You get the Kelvin. Jesus, you fuck! I'm gonna. That's
The
all
gift
I'm
that
gonna.
keeps
call
on
it.
giving. But then some people go, how's that different from a dimension? Well, a dimension, that's a third
Oh,
thing.
dimensions. Well, now you're talking about quantum physics, so that's a whole totally different thing. So
Right. Yeah, you're right. Because as a rule of thumb, I'd say if the laws of physics are different in your new whatever it is, then it's a different dimension. But if the laws of physics are the same, then it's
Then
a
it's
universe,
a
unless it's a timeline.
yeah, exactly. Then Christine says, and if the new timeline is not in our universe, it has to be. Well, here's the thing.
Mm.
Timelines and universes are distinctly different. You can have the same timeline based on that whole quantum physics thing we just fucking briefly touched on. So
I mean, that goes back to actual physics, because the theory is if there are multiple universes, then where are they? And then
where are they exactly?
you
They're
have to
not in
conceptualize
ours.
a bubble of overlapping or not overlapping, separate but touching different
Right.
universes.
So therefore, even if it is a separate timeline, it can still be in the same universe. It's just phased differently than ours.
I mean, it's pretty cosmic because, as I say, it's now bleeding into actual real physics. Where is this other universe? Can we get to it? Well, if it's a
it's
story,
mostly
yeah, you just write.
semantics. No, see that you're getting into quantum physics, not semantics, Christine.
Yeah, don't be anti-semantic.
Christine says, "Okay, that's not a parallel universe. If it's in a phase, yes, absolutely. That's
phased
why it's called
universe?
parallel. No, I brought up phased, right? Because you can have
Okay.
the same exact timeline,
Right.
just parallel, but phased slightly, so it appears to be in its own universe.
I mean, back in the old days, like until 10 years ago, when everyone thought there was one universe, that was one of the big questions. What's outside of the universe? Nothing.
Yeah,
The
how the
universe
fuck
is
How the
everything.
fuck you gonna? Are you gonna go take a spaceship and go outside the universe?
Right, exactly. You can, because then, but so it's like equally paradoxical. And again, whether it's reality or fiction,
It's very
if
paradoxical.
there's another universe, where is it? It's just.
But no, I got to give Christine credit for bringing up all these awesome questions to us, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Christine says water and glass are different. You can contain the water in glass. Well, you know what? You can contain glass and water if you set off a nuclear bomb.
Yeah. No, you could. You could have a little glass bauble and float it in a. So then you got glass in water and water in glass.
Okay. Now she's going to go to you can put sugar into water, but you can't take the sugar out. Yeah, you can. There's a process for that. But anyway, when you put sugar into water contained in a glass, sugar and the water mix, yeah, it's called solutions.
You can take a horse to water. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't give it a lump of sugar.
Right, but you know what? You can separate them. There's a mechanical process for that. That's what I'm saying. Viv says, anyone see that Futurama episode where Fry slept with his grandma, making him his own grandpa? Yes, that would be exactly. He also went back in time and on the fishing. Is that the fishing boat episode, Viv, that you're talking about? I think it is.
So this is where, as soon as someone mentions incest storylines, I think of Gorilla, because that's the thing. I'm not incest. That's a biology question. So, but more the close. See the closed loop.
Can you technically be your own grandpa? Is it physically possible?
See, that's what I'm talking about. It's got nothing to do with time travel. Purely a biology question. Not my department. Don't care. See, it's good to learn to have limitations. Did I say I'm going to explain everything in movies?
No.
But the closed loop question, see, that's different. You could remove the incest and still have the closed loop, because Terminator, that's a closed loop. Only one
That's
timeline.
definitely a closed loop. Yeah, no matter how many
Definitely a closed
versions of
loop.
it they make, it's closed loop. Yeah.
But it's still not malleable. See, that's why a 100-page book, a 50-year shower thought summed up in 5 words, no to one malleable timeline. You might be thinking or saying, but why are you doing it in a negative? Because by saying no to one malleable timeline, there are unfortunately 2 remaining options: multiple timelines and closed loop. It's not my fault Terminator exists. It's not my fault 12 Monkeys exists. It's not my fault Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure exists.
party
Those
time.
3 stories,
Excellent.
they're closed. Excellent. So they're all closed, and closed loop makes internal sense. But what you can't do is mix and match. And
Hey,
Terminator
rest,
1 is closed
by the
loop.
way,
Terminator 2,
rest in
yes.
peace, Mr. Conductor, Mr. Rufus.
Yep.
George Carlin, how you doing, buddy?
Amen. It's a small club and you ain't in it.
Exactly.
So closed loop brings its own paradoxes that are delicious for the writer, but it's still not malleable, because with a closed loop, something the Terminators themselves didn't realize, with a closed loop, you still
they
cannot
could.
change the
Yeah,
past.
they could. They're just basically very advanced computer chips with human skin on them. So,
Yeah.
Christine
All you got to remember
says,
is no to one malleable time. So multiple timelines, not malleable. Closed loop, not malleable. In both cases, the past is fixed. In multiple
yes, you
timelines,
cannot. Exactly. The number one rule about time travel, and I've always agreed with Captain on this, no matter what our problems were in the past, is
right?
yes, you can go back in the past, but you're not going
Can't
to
change it, because if you could change
future.
it, you could
cannot
prevent your own
change shit.
birth.
Exactly,
But
because as soon as you go back, you automatically create a new timeline.
And for the right, any of you budding writers out there, the beauty of the closed loop is you get irony, because that's what happens in Terminator. The Terminators get sent backwards in time to prevent, basically, John Connor being born by trying to wipe out Sarah Connor. But ironically enough, by going backwards in time, the Terminator then encourages Kyle Reese to go backwards in time, and then Kyle Reese has sex, not just sex, unprotected sex with
Unprotected
Sarah
sex with
Connor.
Sarah Connor. Yeah.
Right,
And
which
John
creates
gets born.
John Connor. Closed
So,
loop. So ironically enough, by trying to prevent the birth of John Connor, the Terminator
they
indirectly
created
creates.
John Connor.
Boom! See, you're not just a pretty face, Joe.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
Okay, so
Nope, not a question from Chris.
Yeah, no, but I mean they don't naturally phase apart. So why would time and space be? Well, you know what? Time and space and thought are not as different as we think.
Yep. That goes back to actual physics. Space time is one thing, isn't it? Apparently.
Yes, it is. And if you add in thought on top of that, it makes a hell of a lot more sense. And you know what? That was also in a TNG episode called The Traveler.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
See, this is where it's good for my humility. Both Jay and Scotty are superior to me in their knowledge of Star Trek. Like I'm a bit of a Star Trek fan, but I'm not comprehensive. So talking to Scotty and to Jay Sci-Fi Nation here, I can learn something via hearing about more Star Trek episodes that I may have missed.
Yes, it's the TNG episode called The Traveler.
Okay.
Let's see. Christine says the new timeline would not naturally phase apart from our original timeline if it contained within the same universe. Well, see, here's
Huh?
yeah. There goes my tongue between Viv's tits. So that's what I think about that at this point. No, this is getting a little too technical for me. Right
Yeah, Chris, for someone that started the conversation with time travel gives me a headache, you're getting deep into this now, aren't you?
Yeah, no shit. She is, ain't she?
Now you're giving us a headache. Brilliant. That's what we
I'm not
want.
saying no, the timeline not being malleable. I was just saying, no, like as in I didn't think I made my point. Jesus, there you go. See, you did. You know,
I love
women
it
just
when
say what
we get to. I didn't say. I thought you said I'm all right, Spider.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'll be okay.
I'll have a cuddy of water. Oh, another fucking novel.
Viv says Fry went back in time and sleeps with her. So it would be a combination of time travel and reincarnation. He had to go back in time to get his grandmother pregnant, and that let him. Yeah, you know what? That's also a cartoon. How you doing?
But on the closed loop, see, did he have sex with his grandmother
Yes, he literally did.
before
Yes,
before the
yes.
first episode
Oh,
of
or did he not
Futurama?
do it until he went back in time?
That's exactly, because if she was always his grandmother before Futurama even started, then it's a closed loop. But if that's a new event, then there's
Then
multiple
it's a new
timelines.
timeline. Yeah.
Yep.
So
But
that
yeah,
we
this
don't
is
know.
where
That we don't know because they never answered it in the episode, obviously.
so we could have a new interesting point, a question we don't know the answer to. But yeah, when it comes to incest, I'm always thinking of Gorilla's random thoughts, because Gorilla's like, oh yeah, grandfather paradox. That's all about having sex with your grandmother. I'm like, no, it's not about sex. It's about murder. Two different things. That's why it's called the teenage grandfather erasure paradox. See, if it's sex, that's a different department. That's down the hall.
That's my department. How you do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you deal with the sex, I'll deal with the violence.
There you go. I like that. Hey, I'm a lover boy. How you do? Christine says, I need a different kind of time machine. One that will slow everything around me down so I can get my work done and still have time, in quote unquote, to rest. Lol.
Yeah, I think Philip K. Dick had that machine. It's called Taking Lots of Speed, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Viv says, thus allowing him to go back in time, thus being a closed loop. Yes. Well, like we just said, it depends. Was he always supposed to sleep with his grandma, or did that create a new timeline by him doing that?
Yeah, exactly. Was the grandmother always his sexual partner before the show even started? Because then it's a closed loop. It's that simple. Because thanks to the butterfly
timeline. So yeah,
right? Because it's a binary. If it's a closed loop, there's no change at all. Not even one butterfly.
Right, because in closed loop, the effect usually precedes the cause.
Right. That's the weird thing about the closed loop story, is that the time traveler arrived in the past before they left the present.
Yes, absolutely.
Because the timeline is created by the actions of the time traveler.
By the action of the... Yeah.
And that's why, basically, if you're not sure about closed loop, watch Terminator and 12 Monkeys, because they're perfectly self-logical.
And you know how much this guy hates 12 Monkeys. So.
Yeah, I mean, I like 12 Monkeys because, yeah, I used to actually think, like a lot of people, that closed loop is simpler because there's one timeline. But it means that effectively the time traveler has no free will, because given that they arrived in the past.
Knowing that we're all born with free will, how the fuck did he have no free will? So that brings up a whole nother set of questions.
Right, because basically, if they're like with Cole getting his photo taken, that means that always happened, which means
that always happened. It was supposed to happen, no matter what.
Right. Plus, you get the information paradox and the bootstrap paradox, and this is another problem with Back to the Future, that it thinks it's malleable timelines, it's multiple timelines, but on 2 occasions it thinks it's a closed loop. For example, Mayor Goldie. Goldie, you're going to become the mayor.
Mayor Goldie. I like that sound of that. Well, you can. I'm going to clean up this sound of that.
Except I thought of it myself.
Yeah, you can start by sweeping up this floor, motherfucker.
Right. See, that he couldn't have got the idea from Marty, because he had the idea anyway, because he already was the mayor before Marty went backwards in time, because it's not a closed loop.
Right. Effect precedes cause.
Right. So what he should have said is, because it's a new timeline, mayor, I like that. But I was already thinking of becoming mayor. So now I might as well become the president.
Right, but no, he had to go back and say, oh, I like the sound of that. That sounds good.
So that's another 2 pages in my book. I had to clarify that Back to the Future not only is not a malleable timeline, it's not closed loop. Because you can't mix and match. You can't be multiple and closed loop. What are you doing, Bob Gale and Robert Zemeckis?
Hey,
it's just a comedy.
Yes, thank you for bringing up that Mayor Goldie Wilson part right there, because that automatically says, oh, that's a closed loop. No, it ain't. It can't be.
There you go. What Jay just said. No, it can't be. And that's why, if they made more sense, he'd be going, well, he's motivated me to become president of the United States of America.
I'm too tired to be clear. Well, that's okay. We get all the clearness you could want, girl.
Yeah.
And Viv is giving me clarity. Yeah, Viv's giving me winky faces. Hey, girl, how you do? Hey.
Hi.
Hey. Christine says, another paragraph. Okay, so if I go forward in time, find a winning lotto number, then bring
Yep.
it back and use it. Well, you already
Yep.
created a new timeline as soon as you went back.
Boom! Jay's got it.
That would change the future, though, right? No, it wouldn't change that future. You'd be creating a whole brand new future.
There you go. Yeah, that's where the wording is important. You wouldn't change the future because, of course, it's all relative to whether you travel to the future and come back, or you start in the future, which means to you it's the present. Either way, so that's like with Biff in the Almanac. It wouldn't work because you're in a brand new timeline where events are different, so those numbers might not work. The results of Biff's Almanac.
Oh, there's another example of why closed loop won't work in Back to the Future. The fucking Gray's Almanac.
Right, where it would have worked in 12 Monkeys, and then Cole could have put himself up in a nice hotel by it's a closed loop. Yeah. Everything's inevitable. So Sports Almanac would work in Terminator and 12. The Terminator could have basically booked himself a nice hotel by coming back with the Sports Almanac.
Yeah, he wouldn't have had to fucking show up naked and go into a fucking biker bar and be like,
oh, right. See, this is key. If you, the time traveler, know it's a closed loop, then you can take a.
Then you already know what's going to happen. So
because you know it's going to happen. Oh, this is what I love about you, Jay. You totally get it. It's self-logical. But tell you what, this is what I'm talking about, Scotty. You're right, Scotty. Time travel ain't real, but it does have internal rules, and that's why exactly it's pointless taking an almanac, or at best you're gambling, because it's a multiple timeline. So yeah, so basically by going backwards in time, you create a new timeline, and therefore the numbers that you brought back, because maybe by arriving, Chris,
you already changed the outcome of that fucking game to begin with. So
and now your numbers are worthless. Now you've wasted $1 on a ticket. Oh dear, unless it's a closed loop. So unless you knew it was a closed loop, then yeah, it's pointless doing the lottery.
And
God, this is great. Any more?
Yeah, well, her final statement was, and then does it create a new timeline? Well, obviously, because you went back in time. So
there you go. Boom.
Viv says, if I recall correctly, Fry said his grandfather disappeared and presumed dead. So I figured it was Fry all along, and thus being a closed loop. Well, absolutely, yes. I would consider that a closed loop.
Yeah, if it always happens before the first episode, then it would be a closed loop.
Yeah.
But if it's a closed loop, that means you can't change anything. So there's still
exactly. It don't matter what you do, you can't change it, right?
Right.
Christine says, "Okay, I was wondering if the lotto numbers would still win." Lol. Thank you. Not if you go back in time.
The story you can, but if they're different, it's a multiple timeline. If they're same, it's either a closed loop or it's a multiple timeline, but the numbers happen to be the same. But if it's a multiple timeline, there's no guarantee that they'll be the same, unlike a closed loop.
Right. It's like George Carlin said. Happens to be some of the worst 3 words you could ever say. Happens to be.
Right.
And if you don't know what that is, go look up George Carlin. Christine says, so the TV show Travelers. Do I know this show? I'm not sure if I do.
I don't know that one.
Had it wrong because they were getting communication from the future, of which was stock predictions or winning lotto numbers. You know what? That kind of reminds me of that movie, The Atom Project. Couldn't happen because as soon as you go back in time, you change. It's a different timeline. So
right. I mean, I haven't seen Travelers, so the question.
Yeah, I haven't either. I don't think I've even fucking heard of that show.
Right, but then so were the stock numbers? Were they always correct? Because if they were correct, that would tend to suggest a closed loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, where if they were wrong even once, then because again, as soon as you get just one hair's breadth, one butterfly difference. Well,
she says, okay, which was stock predictions or winning the lotto numbers purely by chance. Well, yeah, but you really want to sit there and go through all the mathematics to figure out if a TV show has that much of a numerical success of creating the same fucking numbers in 2 different timelines? I know I don't have that kind of time on my hands.
I mean, it's an interesting question because I guess you don't know until a prediction is incorrect, until it's different, then it could be a closed loop. But like I say, you could have a new multiple timeline where it's a new timeline, but the numbers are still correct. But only in a closed loop are they guaranteed.
Are they guaranteed to be the same?
Right. But see, Jay gets it. Internal logic, folks. I think that the last thing I realized about time travel is the fact that it's not real. Scotty, but there is an internal logic. I think that's why it's such a fascinating topic.
Yeah, but singing in the
But-
rain.
But yeah, Singing in the Rain does not have 7 timelines.
I'm never gonna let Scotty live that one down. I'm not.
No, that's Jens. Jens and his 6 billion.
Oh no, I
timeline.
could have swore that was Scotty that brought up Singing in the Rain.
Oh no, he did. That was that. You're right. I need to. That's like a running joke now. That was Scotty pointing out that Singing in the Rain is a work of fiction, which is, God, you can really get deep into this, which is Scotty doing something a bit naughty that he does, which is misunderstanding, basically doing a straw man argument. Yet no one here, Scotty, is saying that Singing in the Rain is a documentary. See, this is one of those things where.
Oh yes, he was
Scotty-
trying to say it was a documentary about a documentary, which made it a work of fiction or some dumb shit.
Right, because we were arguing about Pulp Fiction. Exactly.
Yes,
So
yeah.
this is where it's, as I say, it's basically officially called a straw man, where someone argues against a dumb thing that you never said. So just to be clear, Scotty, no one here is saying that Singing in the Rain is a motherfucking documentary. It's a work of fiction. We all know it is. So ha ha ha, Scotty. But that's very disingenuous what you said in the context of what. Do you know what though?
And by the way, this was
running...
like 3 years ago, Scotty. So if you don't understand, we understand. How you doing?
It's funny. See, this is what I love. This is why we should all get on, even though we sometimes argue, because we've got running jokes that go back literally years. That are discussed, right? So we can go back to that, because we never actually went back to that discussion, because that's when we were talking about Pulp Fiction.
Pulp
and the
Fiction,
dialogue
yeah, and you got
discrepancy.
pissed off because whatever you were fucking all fucking on that day, and yeah. So
No, but this is why it's a good thing. After 5 years of debating these things, we can calmly or humorously or ridiculously debate these things and actually finding out
all
what we're
three,
debating.
calmly, humorously, and yeah. So
With a good sense of humor, with whimsy.
Exactly. With whimsy. There you go. I like that word.
But Scotty on the re-rub, everyone, we're all clear that Singing in the Rain is not a motherfucking documentary. But also, neither is Serpico. All Band of
No,
Brothers.
Serpico is not a documentary.
So it doesn't matter whether it's surreal like Singing in the Rain. They're all works of fiction.
Great Al Pacino movie, by the way, Serpico.
Yeah, it's the opposite of Singing in the Rain, because it's based on a true story. But it's based on a true story.
Right,
but
so
it's
with
not
that
true.
Wait. Now here's another one, because I know this is a thing of yours. Would that make it period or historical?
See, that's another. I know I've almost had to give up on the words, but that's when it's filmed. But see, this is now we're on a roll. There's another chat. Someone's really obsessed with incest here. Brian is fucking incest.
Well, it's Viv. Anyway, Viv says that's why the entire episode, Brian is the best, protects his grandpapa, only to end up killing his grandpapa, only to have sex with. Yes, you know why? Because he knew somehow that if his DNA didn't inject his grandmother, he wouldn't be born. So
see, if you remove the incest and you still keep the closed loop, you got Terminator. Because that's the whole thing. The Terminator's trying to basically wipe out Sarah Connor, but he can't, because it's a closed loop. It's fated. It's inevitable.
Closed loop is going to happen either way. 2 ways, 6 ways from Sunday. It's going to fucking happen. So.
Right. That's the thing. It's closed loop equals fatalistic. There's no. That's why there's no free will for the time traveler, because they're in the past. It's already happened.
Speaking of Traveler, Christine says she can post a link to the show Travelers. Yes, please post it, and I will send it to the captain.
I'll add it to the in tray. I get recommended a new. Oh, Captain, have you seen Primer? There's every week I get recommended new time.
Oh, I know. I used to recommend you. Yeah, I used to recommend shit to you all the time. You're like, well, if I can get the DVD, I'm like, well, someday.
Well, that's why I had to cap Time Travel Police at 100 pages. If I watch all the time travel movies and read all the books that I've been in the TV shows, basically there's going to be another fucking book. So just to be clear, Time Travel Police is almost exclusively focusing on Back to the Future with a little bit of Star Trek City on the Edge of Forever. And for you readers out there, A Sound of Thunder, one of the most famous written short stories about time. But that's it. After those three, Captain Primer, Captain Looper, Looper can fuck off. Don't even. Looper, forget it.
Yeah, fuck Looper. There you go, Cap. I just sent your tweeter twatter the Rotten Tomatoes link for Travelers that Christine put into the chat.
great. Because there's so many time travel stories. I mean, Strange New Worlds. So I've got more time travel stories in the mail. Strange New Worlds season 2 has got 2 time travel stories. So I'll be looking forward to seeing if they're correct or not.
Absolutely. So
Mhm.
there. How you doing?
Yeah. Hi.
Hey.
But on 2 hours. See, this has reinvigorated my passion for time travel. It just goes to show once you get the topic going, there's lots. Here comes another one. Incoming.
Oh, another paragraph. Okay, Christine says, basically, hundreds of years in the future, the last surviving humans discover a way of sending consciousness back to. Oh, Travelers, is that on Netflix? Oh my god, yeah, I think I know this. Directly into people in. Yes, okay, okay. Now you said that, I think I know what show. It's on Netflix right now, I think.
Okay. See, that's interesting because then that's not physical time travel; it's consciousness, but it's still
conscious.
information.
Yeah.
So so the rules would still apply, right? Even if it's consciousness, even if
right,
it's
even consciousness would apply. Just because you don't have to have a physical body to go back in time, right? You just need your consciousness.
Right. So
right, kind of. Wait. Kind of like the original Quantum Leap.
See, Quantum Leap, they're always changing shit. Quantum Leap's malleable. That's why it's a problem, Scotty and Jill. You're wasting your time.
Yeah, because Sam goes back to change the bad things that
happen.
happen.
You malleable motherfucker. You ain't changing shit. You're just making a new timeline, Sam.
There you go. See? Yeah.
So fuck Quantum Leap. Every episode's wrong, Jill. You're wasting your time.
Let's see. Oh, then she says the Guardian of Forever was in Star Trek Disco as well.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Infamously a different Guardian of Forever.
Yes, because it's a different universe, even though they won't fucking acknowledge it.
City on the Edge of Forever, that's got some interesting. When the Guardian of Forever in the original episode is lying when he says the Enterprise disappears, because it doesn't disappear because it's not a malleable timeline.
Yeah, he just went to a different timeline. Yeah.
Right, and here's the internal contradiction. If the Enterprise disappeared,
if it came back,
the landing party still there.
If it came back after their actions, that means that the timeline was malleable. How the fuck?
Right, and it's not malleable, so it didn't disappear because the past is a lock. So the Enterprise didn't disappear because if it did disappear, then Bones would disappear. So would Kirk, and so would Spock, and so would the entire landing party. Even the red shirts didn't disappear. So proving it's not malleable. Yeah.
Thus further proving there were only 47 red shirts that died under Kirk's command, hence the joke 47 on all of Star Trek. So hey, how you doing?
Oh, there you go. So that episode, there's another one. See, look, your brains are on fire. This is brilliant.
They are. I love this. Viv says, thinking about the multiverse theory timeline, and in one of them, Valor died from brain cancer instead of having multiple sclerosis as brain cancer. Was the other option he could have had. Oof. I don't even want to think of a timeline where I never met Valor, which means I would not have met any of you. Scary, to be honest. It is scary to think about the fact that you never would have met any of us, let alone your husband.
Right. So if anyone out there invents a time machine in reality, don't go further back than 2025 because we don't want to be undoing these key events. Same with Sci-Fi Nation and I. What if we'd never met? Then we'd never be having this conversation now. And that would be a tragedy.
That was 2020 or 2021, right? So
there you go. So anyone out there,
and to be fair, I met Viv way before I met you. So
right. So anyone inventing a time machine in reality, don't you fucking dare go back any earlier backwards than 2020. I don't even want a new timeline where I'm not broadcasting with Sci-Fi Nation. How you doing?
There you go. How you doing?
I love it. This is awesome. As soon as you get the topic wound up, then that's it. You get people going, and there's new questions. Bam, 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 bam. You can see why it took me 50 years to write a 100-page book, just based on one rule. Just one rule. No malleable timelines.
I can totally understand that. Between our risk sessions, which, by the way, I still got my board. Oh, by the way, I still got my Friedrich board that I never opened.
Friedrich's back on, motherfucker.
So yeah, I mean, so besides all that, yes, our conversations. I mean, I made you think about a few things, made you
Amen,
go
brother.
into your brain thinks and search, hey, could this actually be true? What if this happened? What if that happened? Right? So no,
Yep.
don't get me wrong, chat. You're all bringing up amazing questions. Amazing, you're balls. Okay, keep up the
Amen.
great questions. We love it. We fucking love it. Keep bringing them up, please.
This is what I'm talking about, and especially because if I'm boasting that I've covered everything, then yeah, I need you to test me. Because if you, like Scogli did a few weeks ago, if you come up with something and make me go, oh, I hadn't thought of that. So this is why I had to invent timeline shunting. What's timeline shunting? I don't
What the
even.
fuck
I'll
is
get
that?
into it later.
What you just kind of shove one out the side like it's gone, like a fart in the wind out of a little tube somewhere. How the fuck does that happen?
Well, once you accept, realize, and agree that going backwards in time always creates a new timeline.
Your timeline, then you
hopefully,
don't need shunting, whatever the fuck that is.
Well, no, because it means that Marty McFly is stuck in the wrong timeline. Marty A is stuck in timeline B. He doesn't give two shits in the fuck,
he's stuck with
timeline B's better.
Marty.
That's not
Marty A.
That's not his mum.
Yes, Marty A is stuck in timeline B, which is the fucked up timeline.
Right? Or Star Trek 4, going backwards in time, taking a couple of whales. Yeah, except you're in a brand new timeline. Now, Captain Kirk
don't even get
A,
me started. Don't even get me started on Star Trek 4 and how it fucking totally dismisses Edith from
Thank you.
City on the Edge of Forever.
Right? I'll tell you what, I've blown it up on Twitter because someone there's some news about some whales and someone's done a tweet going, yeah, thank you, that's the Star Trek crew. I'm like, yeah, what does Edith Keeler? That's exactly right. Star Trek 4 spits in the face of Edith Keeler. You get it? Exactly. Self-consistency, Star Trek writers. Star Trek 4 spits in the face of Edith Keeler. Oh, now you don't give two shits and a fuck about changing the past. Funny that. Star Trek writers.
Christine says that's the important bit, and my honest opinion, or her opinion. Time travelers, I think they're going back to fix, quote unquote, things. What about the rest of the events, and who has the right to change any of it?
That's the entire joke of my title, Time Travel Police, because it's a desk job. Because I don't. That's what the whole joke about the time variance authority in Star Trek. Going, oh, you went back, you went backwards in time. You went on Kirk's ship with the Tribbles, but you didn't change too many things. Fuck that shit. You can't change anything. That's why Time Travel Police is Keystone Cops. It's a pointless job because you can't. Because you might prevent your own birth. Therefore, going backwards in time always creates a new timeline.
Well, hey, I want to erase myself from existence. I'll tell Grandpa to put a condom on before he fucks Grandma.
Right, and if you erase yourself from existence, then you didn't go backwards in time.
You didn't go back in time. So what the fuck?
Then there's no story. And therefore, basically, the Time Travel Police are redundant, surplus to requirements, pointless, because you can't change That's the whole thing. It's against the laws of physics, Captain. You can't change the past. Did anyone miss the memo? 50 years, 100 pages, summed up in 5 words.
Captain.
No to one malleable timeline. You can't change shit.
No, you cannot change your past. But here's the funny thing, right? In Star Trek, they have the timeline police, basically.
The time variance authority.
No, they have basically the time travel police.
The TVA.
They have the Department of Temporal Investigations. Okay,
there you go.
Now they keep saying that the past cannot be fucked with, but yet they got to investigate anybody that goes back. Okay, well, if they went back, how the fuck would you know they went back? If they came back in a different timeline because they created a different timeline when they came back. It's like Doc Brown showed on the fucking chalkboard. If you go back to if you leave at point A and go back to point B, you automatically diverge into point B. Therefore, when you leave point B, you go into a new point A from the diverged timeline. You can't go back to the original.
Right. That goes back to timeline.
So therefore, how are you going to have a Department of Temporal Investigations? You can't.
Yeah, they don't know how right they are when they say you can't change the past. It's not
exactly.
It doesn't mean you're not allowed to. You cannot.
You can't. They're so right, but yet at the same time, they shouldn't exist.
It's almost like a pun not intended. Yeah, when they say you can't change the past, they probably mean it like you're not allowed to. But no, like you can't. You couldn't if you tried. It's impossible.
You literally
no one can.
Right, but they still exist. So how the fuck would they know if anybody went back?
Right. So yeah. So but that's so timeline shunting is when you're going forward, you want to go back to the original timeline, but that's a whole nother
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
One headache at a time, folks.
Would it technically be one less red shirt that died as Scotty got better? Well, you could say the same thing about Uhura because she was a red shirt too. Let's see.
She did actually beam down in City on the Edge of Forever. She was part of the landing party, and she also
No.
did not disappear. Correct.
Yeah, that is true. Let's see. Viv says, I like Star Trek 4. The whales were so realistic that animal rights advocates thought they were real. Lol.
Yeah, but this is what I'm talking about. Have you seen Star Trek, the original one? Have you heard of Captain
Oh,
Kirk?
yeah. Viv is a big Star Trek fan. Her and
Right. So, Viv, you know the whole emotional beauty of City on the Edge of Forever. Do I have to explain in a patronizing
Well, she might have to
voice?
go back and rewatch that.
Yeah, rewatch that motherfucker, because I think you'll find the entire episode is based in the idea of duty over love and everything about maintaining the precious timeline. Because Edith Keeler was basically the most precious thing in the universe. A hot American brunette with a valid American passport. The most precious thing in the universe.
And she had visions of grandeur about we're going to have ships that are going to go out and explore strange new worlds and all this. She literally said that during TOS. But alas, if she didn't die, then Nazi Germany would come over to take over America.
Edith Keeler must die. Spock said it twice in the episode for 2 commercial breaks that aren't on the Blu-ray. Exactly. And that's my point. So Kirk let her die. Spoiler alert, folks. That's the
and then Bones comes running up and says, do you know what you just did? And Spock looks at him and says, he knows what he did.
That's what I'm talking about. So basically, I want to picture Jules from Pulp Fiction joining the TVA, showing up in Star Trek 4, going, hey, Kirk, what does Edith Keeler look like? She's beautiful. Go on. She's brunette. Does she look like a bitch? No. Then why are you trying to fuck her like one? I'm not. Yes, you did, Captain
Yes,
Kirk.
you
You let her
did,
die.
Captain Kirk. Yeah, you did. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you did. Because he let her die, didn't he? He basically stopped Bones from saving her. Right?
Yes.
So Edith Keeler had to die, a hot brunette with an American passport, the most precious thing in the universe.
Why?
Why?
Here,
to maintain the precious motherfucking timeline
of the Federation. Yes.
And now, 20 years later, he's going backwards in time and taking 2 whales and a fucking trainer as if it ain't no thing but a chicken wing. What the fuck, Star Trek 4? Star Trek 4 spits in the face of Edith Keeler. Check out my video now. You know it's my #1 video. It's almost got 120 views.
I know. Congrats on you for uploading some of your old videos, by the way. So yeah.
Well, no, that's the whole. See, that's why it's blowing up on Twitter. It was my number 2 video. The Scotty video was the #1 video.
Oh, okay.
But I've got. It's quite good for me. I've got over 10 views in the last 10 hours because it's blowing up on Twitter.
Well, shit, you're doing a hell of a lot better than I am. I'll tell you what. You know, and I got my old con review video up here. So
God, that's what people need to realize. Star Trek 4 spits in the face of Edith Keeler. That's not even time travel rules. That's self-consistency.
That's common sense, basically.
Yeah. So watch my video, then watch City on the Edge of Forever, then watch Star Trek 4, and then throw up in your mouth.
Christine says, how about the Voyager episode with the time ship running around erasing whole species? Oh, you're talking. Yes, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the guy that played Red on that 70s show, played the captain of the time ship for those aliens.
Lollipops.
Yeah, USS Lollipop. Oh, you.
No, I've now got to rewatch Voyager. Right, send me a link. I'll stick it on the list.
Well, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. The moment they say erasing, there's no erasing. Maybe it's a brand new timeline, but you can't erase.
No, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing in Voyager, right? With this one species that has a ship that's outside of normal time because it has temporal shielding. So,
okay.
Yeah, it's.
See, everything's shielded because nothing's malleable. Did I mention a 50-year shower thought?
Well, see, you can get away from malleable if you have temporal shielding, right?
Yeah, well, the whole universe is shielded. You can't change shit.
No, it's just the ship inside of the shielded. That's the
That's
fucked
what I'm
up
talking
part.
about. Everything's shielded. You can't change. No, did I mention no to one malleable timeline? That's the only rule.
Yep. So there you go. That's the answer to that.
And by the
Viv
way,
says,
I just want
what?
to mention in
Whatever happened to
Go on.
Marty B? Says Viv. Viv wants to know what happened to Marty B.
Thank you. That is a really good question because a lot of people, once you realize that Marty A, by going backwards in time at the beginning of Back to the Future, created timeline B, and therefore it was never his birth at risk, but Marty B's birth, and therefore Marty did get born, but it's Marty B, then there's two different Martys, and they're both on screen at the same time. This is why once people get it, even the doubters are like, you're right, there's two different Martys on
And
screen
you know
at
what?
the same time.
At least they showed both Martys on screen at the same time. At least they did
showed
that.
both Martys on screen at the same time. J Sci-Fi Nation, you've got it. This show better get 500 views because this is amazing work we're doing here, folks. You all get it. We might only have 3 live listeners, but we're onto something special here. There's two Marty McFlys on screen. They're two different people. A lot of people are like, well, according to chaos theory, they'd be looking different now, wouldn't they? You'd almost think you'd get another actor to play Marty B.
Well,
like, I don't know, Eric
that's only
Stoltz.
That's only if you go with Eric Stoltz, right? The dolt that couldn't fucking play off Marty the right way.
But see, they should have used the Eric Stoltz footage to show
for Marty B.
Because for Marty B to look exactly like Marty A, which he does in the movie, that means that George and Lorraine B,
completely fucking stupid.
Well, it means they would have had to have sex at the same time,
sex
in the same place,
and had the same sperm release and all the other shit. Yeah.
And again, we're getting into biology, but a lot of people like DVB are big on that. They're like, you're right, timeline B is completely different. Lone Pine Mall, Twin Pine Mall. Marty B would look. But and the other, so they do look the same. They're both played by the same actor, Michael J. Fox, but they're two different people because Marty A, he got around his Hill Valley on a skateboard. Marty B, he's got the keys to a big black 4x4. They're clearly two different people.
You can get yours in the 6'4". I'll get mine in the big black truck. Yeah, I kind of said that line backwards, but yeah, you know what I mean.
I know what you're talking about. But to go to the question, a lot of people.
Hold on, Gap. The Year of Hell episodes. Yes, the Year of Hell episodes. With the Krenim Empire.
All right, I'm answering the Marty B question one at a time, please.
Okay, yes, one at a time. There you go.
Right, so a lot of people assume that Marty B is always going to 1955, just like Marty A did. Well, if you do that, you're in danger of creating an infinite amount of Martys, because if Marty B goes to 1955, he creates timeline C. And then if he travels to 1985, then there'll be Marty C. And then he'll go backwards in time, create Marty D. So, although we don't know, basically, we do not see the readout in Act 3 of Back to the Future 1 of 1985 of Timeline B. Pay attention, hold on to the thought, we're getting there. So Marty B is observed by us, the audience, and Marty A getting away in a DeLorean. But I'm here to tell you, he does not go backwards in time because that would create another timeline and a headache. And one thing we don't want is motherfucking headaches. So I'm here to tell you that Marty B, being a different person with a different experience and different background and different DeLorean, he goes forward in time to the year 2525. Well, how do you know that, Captain? I don't. But how do you know he goes to 1955? So I'm telling you, because again, I want it correct, but you fuckers out there, you want it simple. I want it correct, you want it simple. So I'm telling you that Marty McFly, Marty B, goes to the year 2525 and is never thought about, spoken about, or heard from ever again, which is nice and convenient. Ever! Which is convenient for Marty A, who ends up fucking his girlfriend.
Yes, because he was like, oh my fuck, I had this fucked up life. Now I got a big old truck and I got the girl. Fuck yeah, get her done, boys.
Exactly. His mother's not an alcoholic. His new father, because it's not his mother. That's
his
the whole thing.
His father's a famous author. Biff ain't fucking bullying him around. And yeah.
That's why Marty A doesn't give two shits and a fuck about
he don't give two shits and a fuck. He's like, yeah, why do you think why do you think he handled that steering wheel of that fucking Toyota 4x4 as lightly as he did Just
See, it's lucky that Marty
caressing.
B left a spare set of keys to that big black 4x4 because he probably took the original keys with him to the year 25. So that's the answer. Marty B goes to the year 2525. Hope you're happy.
Well,
And a
I
lot of
don't know.
people say,
I don't
well,
know
then
about
that means there's
25, but Christine says, in a way, erasing the entire history of a species would be a time travel of sort. I think. No, that's just a resetting of the timeline, which is a
you
totally
can't erase anything. That's the one
exactly.
rule. So you
So
can prevent the birth of Marty B in timeline B. You can
B,
prevent
but then
that
you wouldn't. That,
species.
but
So
yeah,
it's
but
a
if
new
you did that,
timeline.
if you prevent the birth of Marty B, you wouldn't have timeline A to fucking begin with. So
Basically, Marty A is a lock. Timeline A is a lock. So the species in timeline A. So you might prevent that species from occurring
from
in the new
occurring, which is
timeline.
what they are doing in Year of Hell, by the way. They are preventing the birth of
Right.
species. So
Right, but as long as it's in a brand new type, that's the whole point. That's the whole reason why you can't
right,
have
but
a
see,
malleable.
that's the thing. That's why you need to go and watch Voyager, whatever season that is. It's called the Year of Hell,
Yeah,
part
I
one
remember
and
that
part
one.
two. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, Voyager. It's called Year of Hell, part one and part two, and it has a quantum time shift because I believe it has absolutely everything to do with your timeline discussion,
Right, because it's
especially with
also like
Star Trek.
Enterprise is another one. Star Trek Enterprise with the Time Wars, because they go, "Oh, if I go backwards in time, I'm going to prevent you from being
Yeah,
born." You can't. So
yeah,
that's
the
it.
Year of
5
Hell. Yeah.
words. No to one malleable time. Everything stems. See, you can see how 5 words leads to a 100-page book. I mean, I did it backwards. I started with a 100-page book and ended up
Well, you
summing
know
up in
what?
5
I
words.
got
But it all
5 words. I got 5 words that makes people rethink shit all the time. I don't give a fuck.
there you that should be the other 5 words.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, I've missed this.
You
But that's why the feedback I get is not I want it correct, it's I want it simple. So I'm like, okay, no to one malleable timeline. They're like, how does that work, Captain? I'm like, oh well, now we've got to sit down and think things. But
yeah,
everything
then you
stems
gotta
from
you
no,
gotta do a whole fucking thesis on the bullshit, right?
right? I mean,
Just for them to come back the next day on your stream and be like, no, I don't agree, and you're like, motherfucker, really?
well, here's another example. I thought time travel to the future was so straightforward, I didn't even have to talk about it in the book. I've
Yeah,
now
you
got
just zip boom gone, and then you're there.
well, because time travel to the future is always the same timeline. But basically, because I've got so many
Yes, it is the
questions,
same timeline from which
but
you
I've got
left. Yes.
but I've now got 6 pages, 3 double-page spreads, all about time travel to the future. So I've covered everything, even the things I didn't want to
Nope,
cover.
not happening tonight. Not happening tonight.
No, let's forget about time travel to the future.
Yes, Year of Hell. Red put his yep, okay, that's what we just talked about. I've written off Voyager because of how this ship seems to have endless resources, yet complaining. Yeah, no shit, it's like a fucking Intrepid class science ship. It's only 15 decks tall, but yeah, you put it next to a Galaxy class and it's the size of the fucking engineering hull. I don't fucking think so. The Enterprise D is 43 decks tall. How the fuck does that happen? It don't. It's called Get Your
There's
Shit
coffee in
Together,
that
Star
nebula.
Trek. Yeah, fuck off, Star Trek. Get your shit together. Right, in one episode, they lose the shuttle to all the Borg. Then an episode later, they have a full year of compliment. Yeah, exactly.
The Delta Flyer. I built one with the A-Team.
Yeah, there you go. Viv says Valor hates Voyager because of how often they use time travel to have things change way of wiping. Yeah, and you ever notice they never run out of photon torpedoes?
Wow. I used to like Voyager, but after a while, Janeway
it's not
got
like the
racist.
Voyager is the Andromeda Ascendant where it can make its own torpedoes.
I do like Seven of Nine. Who doesn't?
Well, I like her. I mean, come on, that thong underneath that bodysuit. Come on.
How you doing? God, eventually I'm gonna have to watch all the Star Trek time travel episodes because I checked online. Apparently, even the original series has got 5 across the 3 seasons, 5 time travel episodes. Tomorrow's Yesterday being another one, so I've got to rewatch that next. So
love that reference, Jay. You're welcome, Christine. You're very welcome, girl.
Hi.
Hey. You know what? I haven't said it with that much gusto since I fucking stopped talking to this guy right here. So
see, On a good day, see, now we know, we acknowledge we can have bad days, but on a good day we can bounce off each other, talk time travel, have a laugh, entertain each other
Have a
and the
laugh,
audience.
entertain each other, and just have a good time. Fuck the dumb shit.
Fuck the dumb shit. So just to let you know, because a lot of people at this point in the conversation go, well, Captain, you like basically deconstructing Star Trek and Back to the Future. Why don't you make your own time travel story? So I did
but
that
he
too.
has. He
I
has.
have an in time travel police. You also get an outline, not an entire script, but a script outline, 6 pages, no, 6 double page spreads, so 12 pages of my own time travel story, Scott to the Fuhrer.
Oh my God, is that still a thing?
It's a thing. We got a poster by Dillard. The whole
Dude,
I
I remember when I suggested that name to you.
You helped me come up, yeah, because the time travel machine is not a DeLorean, but
It's not a DeLorean, but a Fuhrer.
it's a Volkswagen.
It's a Volkswagen.
Beetle. There you go. A black Volkswagen Beetle.
That's Volkswagen. Yeah. Yeah.
So
because you know what,
that's happening.
You know what Volkswagen stands for? It's the people's car.
Yeah, the Volkswagen.
Volkswagen.
People, exactly. Quite right. And further to that, because I've got all the cliches, because I love the other time travel cliches. Well, if you could go backwards in time and wipe out, you know who, a certain dictator. So in the story, Scotty,
Uncle Adolf, yo.
right, a totally fictional character, Scotty R3, 7 and a bit. It turns out via a blood test, DNA test, he finds out that a certain Uncle Adolf is or was his grandfather. So he gets sent backwards in time to wipe out his grandfather. He spends all of Act 1 bitching and moaning.
But wait. So
out,
are you sending him to go back to wipe himself out? That's kind of...
Well, that's the whole thing, because he's like, well, if I wipe out, he's my grandfather. So if I do that, I'm going to disappear. And we're like, no, you're not going to disappear. You know why? Because of time travel police, because you're in a brand new timeline. That's the joke. See, that he's got to realise that there's going to be no
timeline when he goes back in time. Yeah.
Right, because he's got to wipe out you know who, then there's going to be no Scotty B in timeline B. But Scotty A,
yeah,
he's a lock. That's the whole point of the story.
So you lock Scotty A in a timeline B. That's fucking awesome.
See, because again, the whole point of it is to explain time travel, the entertainment. But then I thought we need a love triangle, but without the incest. So what happens is Scotty falls in love with a local Fraulein in Berlin. Turns out that once he's prevented his grandfather, Uncle Adolf, from meeting his grandmother, who then in this timeline isn't his grandmother,
Ava.
He falls in love with Ava Brown. Oh, and he's got to shoot her in the face at the end. Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh.
He's got to shoot her, but he doesn't want to. And then it becomes so it's a bit Scott to the Fuhrer, but it's a bit Scotty on the edge of whatever.
Scotty on the edge of whatever.
How you doing?
That's
I've got to say, after a certain point, the script just wrote itself. It's beautiful.
It did. I mean, you know, we were talking. I remember this. We were talking one night, and just bouncing shit back, just like this. And you brought that up. I'm like, yeah, but what if? And I said, what if he goes back to try to tame himself? And you're like, he goes back.
Yeah. So that's why it's got all the best elements, plot points, and jokes from Back to the Future and Silly on the Edge of Whatever. Hence, Scott to the Fuhrer, aka Scotty on the Edge of Whatever. So yeah, I'm not going to give away the ending, but it's beautiful. Shoot at Scotty, shoot Ava Brown. No, I can't do it. Just squeeze the trigger, Scotty. Just do it.
That's one of the problems with time travel. People don't realize the effect it would have on the rest of the world and the lives of races. Yeah, but it really would it though? Because you go back, every time you go back, you create a new timeline. So would it though?
That's why you can meddle away, do whatever you want. It's a brand new timeline. You can shoot this person, set off a bomb, knock over a pine tree, do what you like. You're in a brand new timeline. No one gives two shits in the fuck.
Exactly. Like Digital Underground says, do what you like.
Do what you like. That should be. You're right. Time Travel Underground. Do what you like. That's the whole point. Is for better or worse, you're making changes in a new timeline. That's the whole thing. Because the time travel creates.
Yeah, literally in the song say there ain't nothing you can do because it's a new type of song, which would mean there ain't nothing you can do. It's a whole new timeline type of shit.
Do what you like.
Do what you like.
So, I mean, because you still get exciting stories because your new timeline that you created by arriving, the more changes you make, whether it's a better or a worse future that you're creating is a different question. But the point is that the original timeline that you came from is a lock because it's not malleable. Because that's the only rule. No, it's one malleable timeline. It's
So
not
even if
malleable,
you
it's a
even
lock.
back, that old timeline's still going on in its own little type of world. So
Right? It's locked
do
away.
what
It's
you like,
fixed.
kid. Smell how
Yeah,
you like.
you can't change, break, amend,
Eat what you like.
fold, spindle, mutilate, or abort a timeline. You can't because you might risk preventing your own birth, which you can't do, and therefore.
Christine says, "Yeah, I had to adjust my parameters for enjoying Voyager. I kind of just see it as a story of possible timelines." Then she says,
Right.
"Exactly, if there is no one who should have that right if the timeline were in fact." Well, see, that's whole point. It's not malleable. That's the whole point.
Right. That's
So,
exactly it. Because if I was a time traveler, if I was traveling with Scotty, I'd be the first to wipe out his granddad just to prove a point. Go, relax, you haven't disappeared.
yeah,
See how you're
and
not
as soon as he
disappearing?
disappeared, as soon as he disappeared in front of you in a fucking mist of vapor, you'd be like, "Told you so."
See, and that's that. I mean, that's why it's called Clobby's Law, because clobbering times just expressed it the best, as I did it when you were taking a gelogia break, which I'm going to have to do in a minute. You know, if you go backwards in time, prevent your own birth,
Yeah,
then you
same here.
don't
So
exist.
we need to coordinate this because I got to take one too. So
All right. Well, you've had one. Surely it's my turn.
yeah, surely it is because you took the first one last time.
I haven't had one yet. Right. I'm having a gelogia break. Talk amongst yourself. I'll be back. Daniel, this is your fault. I'll be back in 5
Oh,
minutes.
it's all your fault, Daniel, because you never
All your
showed up.
fault,
You
Daniel.
dank. It's all your fault.
So that's
Daniel.
what you, Daniel, and you, Scotty, you better get at least 500 views on this show because it's fucking awesome. I'll be
It
back.
is
Gelogia.
fucking amaze balls. I better get a lot of views on this. That's all I gotta say. Hey, I appreciate each and every one of you around here. Thank you so much for showing up for this. Oh, y'all are amazing. Thank you for not hating me because I had the captain on. Thank you for that. You know what? That tells me how much my audience has trusted me, not only as an audience, but me as a content creator, because I'm talking to somebody that basically I've been beefing with, for lack of better words, for almost 2 years, right? And we made up backstage. Well, I don't want to say like made up because we didn't kiss or nothing like it. Ain't like that. It's not like what you do, Scotty. No, it ain't like that. No, we just got to talking, right? I saw Scogli or Captain over at Scogli's chat, and we just got talking. And so, hey, it is what it is. So, if anybody's got a problem with that, and I'm gonna say some names here, Mikey, PvP, you got a problem with it? Come talk to me, right? Because I'm learning how to put bygones be bygones. Okay. One thing I've learned about this guy over the years is he an arsehole? Yeah, he's a fucking asshole, right? An arsehole, asshole, whatever you want to call it, right? He's a fucking dank. But you know what? So am I. I can be the same way. So we gotta learn how to put our differences beside ourselves, especially because life is too short and too precious to keep having these dumbass problems, keep holding us back. Right? Because me tonight, I've had so many people show up to this chat at the time of night that it is that I would not have even expected. If I did this by myself, I can almost guarantee half of y'all wouldn't even be here. Almost all y'all wouldn't have been here tonight watching. So thank you to the live audience for being here. Right? So sometimes you got to put the bullshit behind you. Sometimes you got to reach out to those that you fucking, told to piss off for no fucking reason. I'm not saying he's perfect. I'm not perfect. But you know what? We make a hell of a fucking team when we're streaming together. And I think that counts for something. That counts for a hell of a lot, especially on this platform. All right, let's read some of the chat here. Christine says, yeah, I've had to adjust my parameters for enjoying Voyager. I just kind of see it as, oh, I read that one. Okay. Exactly, Viv, says Christine. There is no one who should have that right if the timeline were in fact malleable. But here's the thing. Timelines are not malleable, Christine. They're not malleable. That's the whole thing. Because once you go back in time, you create a whole new timeline. Therefore, there is no such thing as a malleable timeline. You cannot go back to the past, change future. It don't work that way. What all you do when you go back in the past is create a brand new timeline. So anything that happens after that point is brand new. Christine says, now the thing about me is I can debate either side of a thing. Keep an open mind because I realize we do not have all the possible knowledge about anything truly. That's why you're amazing, Christine. That's why you're amazing. That's why I love seeing you in chat. Thank you so much for being here tonight. It means the world to me. It really does. And I know Captain loves having you here too. Especially with all the great questions you've been bringing us. You and Viv. Both been bringing us great questions. Christine says, I was worried because I thought I might be unwelcome due to the past disagreement Finity and I had. So I'm glad that we're putting the past behind. You know what? Until I reached out to Finity tonight, I thought the same thing. Sometimes you just got to have a little faith of the heart. Hey, there's some Star Trek for it. Yeah. You know what? Fuck the dumb shit. Life is too precious and too short to fucking hold grudges, okay? So if Mikey or PvP or Jim, whoever has problems with me being friends with this guy, then that's their problem, not mine. Right? That's their problem, not mine. Like literally, it was March of 2024 when I blocked this guy and killed his fucking channel. So, and here we are, picked up right where we left off back then. Viv says, Valor always wondered how far advanced this would be if he went back to ancient Egypt times. Not the Egypt itself, just the period. With modern tech and create a hidden kingdom. How advanced would part one? Okay, I'm going to wait for your part two, Viv. I got to wait for Viv's part two. I see your comments there, Christine. I got to wait here for Viv's part two.
Geloja.
How advanced would humanity be now? Says Viv. Right. Okay. So, you know what? That sounds like a Stargate question, Viv. It really does. That sounds like a Stargate question. So, because you literally just said in here, not Egypt itself, just pure. Yeah, that sounds like Stargate. So, I can't know how to answer that. I really can't.
Well, ancient Egypt already is more advanced than we are because they built the pyramids, which we don't know how to do.
Right. Christine says, somebody told me today the answer is always not until you ask. Or 47 if you're talking about Star Trek.
Act first, apologize later.
Exactly. Shoot first, ask questions later. I mean, they did find evidence of advanced tech in one of the pyramids, right? Maybe that's how it got there.
The pyramids are advanced tech. See, well, like with all things, there's a lot of debates, but one thing that everyone agrees on with the pyramids, meaning the Great Pyramid of Giza, is that nobody knows how they were built. And as recently as today, there's a new theory on Twitter, and I'm telling you, as I pointed out in my Twitter response, it's bullshit. Nobody knows how they were built. No one can replicate them, even with modern technology at a smaller scale. Nobody knows how the pyramids were built, and anyone that tells you they do is full of shite.
And yep. I'm just going to sing the song that Andy Dufresne had playing. Nobody knows.
See, sometimes, even me, sometimes you just have to say, I don't know. We don't know. Nobody knows.
I can't know. I can't know, folks. I can't know.
Right, so the building of the ancient pyramids, the Great Pyramid of Giza, nobody knows how and nobody knows why either. And anyone that tells you it's a tomb is also full of shit.
Oh, shite. Hey,
because there's no hieroglyphs, there's no sarcophagus, and there's no fucking mummy.
You got this,
Not a
Captain?
two.
You got this?
I got it.
All right.
Are you going to go for a Gelogia?
Yes, sir.
All right. In fact, that's a nice segue because speaking of Gelogia, I'll tell you another show that does time travel and fucks it up in the only way that you can fuck it up by going malleable. The Orville. Now, some people go, Captain, it's just a comedy. I don't care. I'm just telling you, pick out all the Orville. That's the real Star Trek. Yeah, because it gets time travel wrong by going malleable. Looking at you, Orville. Looking at you, Seth MacFarlane. You fucked up your time travel. Do better, idiot. So the Orville, I don't care how much you like the Orville, they fucked up time travel, so they can suck a big fat one. So there. But they did give us Gelogia, so I'll give them that. But yeah, they went malleable. No, I'm not a big fan of the Orville. I've not even seen the episode in question. I've seen enough. They went malleable. They changed history. Oh, what's his face went backwards in time, changed something. No, he fucking didn't. He created a new timeline, didn't he? So the Orville fucked up time travel, just like Star Trek did. So there. But yeah, the pyramids, maybe that is time travel. Who built the pyramids? Don't know. How were they built? Don't know. Why were they built? Don't know. When were they built? Well, that's about 4,240 years ago, give or take, apparently. The most advanced technology ever, the most advanced buildings ever. What's the quote? Man fears time, but time fears the pyramids. And here's the bit that blew my mind. Not only are they the most amazing building ever made, the only one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. All the other ones, they've gone, haven't they? Colossus of Rhodes, gone. Hanging Gardens of Babylon, gone. All gone, apart from one. The pyramids, the only one of 7 ancient wonders. But there's more. The pyramids are a shadow of their former selves. They were originally, until only a few hundred years ago, covered in limestone, smooth white, with a gold cap at the tip, just the tip. So that they were even more amazing.
Just the tip.
Just the tip, a gold tip, smooth white limestone.
Just the tip. Rest in peace, Bird of Prey.
Amen. So what the fuck? So can you imagine how surreal that would have been going around in ancient times where everything was a bit shoddy, getting through the desert and go, what the fuck are those things?
WTF,
So,
mate.
So the pyramids. I don't know. I mean, any theories out there? Answers on a postcard. But again, that's the real world. But that's what I'm talking about. The real world. You couldn't get away with that shit in the story. The pyramids, implausible. But there they are in reality, taunting us with their mystery.
Yeah. So Viv says, oh, yep, read that. And then Christine said, need sleep. Thanks for the fun show. Chat up. Talk to you later.
Yay.
Take care, Christine. Love you, girl. Thank you so much for being here. Fucking love you.
Yeah, see, the show's fun and it's educational.
And it's educational. There you go. Viv says, oh, so Valor did manage to go back in time with modern tech. He better take me with him. But how do you know he wouldn't change the timeline if he did?
Oh, see, now he's gone into a new timeline. You're never going to see him again unless he develops timeline shunting.
Timeline shunting. Which ain't a thing, anyways. Bye, Chris. Yes, bye, Christine, says Viv. Yes, absolutely.
Adios, Christine. See, there you go. We managed to just whiz through another hour and 15 minutes just by answering questions about time travel. Awesome.
We did. Yes, we absolutely did. You know what? We're only like 15 minutes away from 3 hours. So.
All right, let's go up to 3 and then probably knock it on the head then.
Yeah, we'll do 3 and then we'll call it. You know what, though? You know, I'm like, what, 14 hours behind you or some shit or whatever
Something,
that is.
I'm in the future.
Yeah, you are in the future. So I do I do my Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I got Saturdays set up and I got Tuesdays set up already.
Yeah, I saw that.
So if you want to join me on those, you're welcome over there. Which means for the general chat, I know Viv is still here. That probably means Mikey and PvP probably won't be joining me if this guy's on. Just so you know.
That's a good point. Well, let's see how we go because that's you might want to talk to them. But I am part of the healing process is recognizing that some people, hi Jill, will never forgive me for whatever it was. So, and that's
Well,
fine.
yeah,
So,
I'm not on Jill's bad side that I know of anyway. So,
yeah, no, but you are a little bit by talking to me, like Scotty is. Anyone that talks to me
oh,
is immediately in trouble with
well,
Jill.
you know what then? Fuck her. I don't have to explain myself to her.
Oh, there you go. That's even. I mean, even Scotty's being a bit rebellious. Again, it's me that blocked him. So, worst of both worlds for you, Scotty. You disobeyed Jill, and I blocked you. But no. So what I'm saying is, Mikey and Jim and PvP. I don't blame you. It's up to you. It's your choice. But ultimately, Wi-Fi. It's your channel, so you decide. But if it has to be either or,
You know, this whole time, the only person that's ever called me Wi-Fi was Parrot Head. I love Parrot Head. He's in my Discord. I love that guy.
How you doing?
How
So
you
yeah, we
doing?
might have to share you. Maybe PvP will come on Tuesdays and I'll come on Thursdays. It'll be basically like a divorce. Yeah,
Well,
PvP
you
and I
know,
are
he
divorced.
usually does come up. That's the thing. I'm just saying, him and Mikey usually do come up. So I'm just saying right now, right here, you know what? If you guys are
Yeah.
that fucking anal that you can't understand, I made up with this guy right here. How good of friends are you actually that you can't stand the fact I made up with this guy? Now,
I've got to
I'm not.
say,
No, hold on. I'm not done.
go on, your
I
channel,
can't say that you can't have your own issues with him.
right?
All I'm saying is you're still welcome here because he will be civil to you as long as you're civil to him.
Amen. That's the thing. I got no beef. So remember, folks, people got beef with me, and in a lot of cases, I don't blame them. But I don't got no beef with nobody. I'm happy with everyone. It's all good. So I'm happy. I'm the bigger person. I'm happy to broadcast with PvP, to even with anti-derivative Jill. I'll sink that low. I've got no beef with anyone because life's too short, folks. I've got love in my heart.
There's a question, Captain, from Viv. Viv wants to know, wouldn't it be impossible to get back to one's original timeline because it no longer exists?
Of course it exists. Oh my, which bit of there's only one rule, no to unmalleable timeline. The original timeline does exist. So you're half right, you can't get
Yes.
to it.
Yeah, that's like what we seen in Back to the Future, right? Where Doc Brown goes back to the drawing board, to the chalkboard, and he says, okay, so we went back in time, right? And we created a new timeline. So we jumped forward in the new timeline. Well, guess what? We go back to the original point that we went back to, make shit right, and then we go forward and we'll go back to the original timeline.
Hence timeline shunting. I know we haven't talked about timeline shunting, but we're laying the groundwork because going backwards in time always creates new timeline, and going forwards in time keeps you in the same timeline. Then, like in Back to the Future, Marty goes backwards in time, creates timeline B, then goes to 1985.
So shunting is a
1985
thing, even though they explained this in Back to the Future with Doc Brown's chalkboard.
No, well, the chalkboard doesn't appear till Back to the Future too. Remember, Doc Brown hasn't got a fucking clue. That's why he rips up the letter. Now you mentioned it. He rips up the letter, then he unrips it up.
Yeah, and then he said, I figured what the hell.
Right. So, which proves that he changed his mind, which is evidence. The fact that he changed his mind proves he didn't know what he was talking about, because he must have assumed it was one malleable timeline and eventually realized it's multiple timelines. But the point is that given that going backwards in time creates a new timeline, for example, Marty A goes to 1955, upon arrival creates timeline B. And then, although we haven't talked about it a lot, as mentioned briefly, going forwards in time, nice and simple, same timeline. By going from 55 to 85, Marty A stays in timeline B. Right, which is why conveniently Marty B disappears.
B goes back to the fucked up timeline. Yeah.
Right, but so Marty A specifically doesn't give two shits and a fuck about going home. But if he did, or Captain Kirk in Star Trek 4, by going to the 20th century, creates timeline B, takes two whales. When they go to the future, they're present. They're also stuck in timeline B.
George and Gracie.
Hence, timeline, right, George and Gracie. Hence, timeline shunting. Timeline shunting for the time traveler.
Hey, now something just occurred to me. right? Because in
Yep.
beta canon they talk about
Beta canon.
no, in beta canon they talk about
There's
no,
no A, B, D, or C canon. There's just
there is no
canon.
A, B, C, or D.
There you go.
There's only
Canon's
one.
binary.
No,
Something happened
no,
or it
they
didn't.
talk about those two
Yeah.
big blue things, the two
Yeah.
big blue squares on the back of the neck of the Enterprise D, being aquatic. It's called what is it called? It's called aquatic celestial navigation or something like
Is
that.
that Cousteau world?
Yeah, no, basically like dolphins and whales have like the best navigability of the star systems, just because of like how they navigate the waters on Earth or some shit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird shit, but yeah.
So key question. So you're half right, Valet. They by default can't get back to their own timeline because going forwards in time keeps you in the same timeline, but not because it doesn't exist, because it does exist. Because again, that's the only rule. You cannot delete the original timeline. So it does exist. Now you could say it effectively doesn't exist because they can't get back to it, but it does exist because if it didn't exist, then they weren't ever born. If they weren't ever born, they didn't go backwards in time. That again, that's the entire 50-year shower thought, 100-page book, Time Travel Police, summed up in 5 words: no to one malleable
1,000 points of
timeline.
light.
So it does exist, and that's why you need timeline shunting. Is when your time traveler wants
No,
to
see,
get
that's
back.
a new term, but it makes sense when you say it that way.
Yeah, I had to make it up. Then a device that I originally called a
Well,
Scobie
no,
device.
I mean, I never heard of that term, but the way you're explaining it, yeah, that kind of does make sense, right?
That's a good point. I need to remember that timeline shunting is a term that I made up. But and I freely admit,
The first time, I'm not saying you made it up. I'm just saying the first time I heard it was tonight when you said it.
I did make it up. Timeline shunting, I because it sounds a bit rude somehow.
Yeah. Well, Viv says, I wouldn't be surprised if sci-fi. Hi, Jay, how you doing? Went back in time and was the one who created the pyramids, and it was his idea to add the golden nipples on the top of the pyramids.
Just a tip.
Just a tip.
By the way, it's come up a couple of times, but I haven't said anything. To be really pedantic, but I think we're now approaching the advanced stage. You've all been very good. We've been doing this for almost 3 hours, or at least 2 hours of talking about time travel. It is incorrect. Now, I'm being very pedantic, so you can relax, but it's actually incorrect to say back in time. This is actually why Back to the Future is a clever title. You don't go back in time. You go backwards in time. Back implies a return journey.
And you know what? For those of us like me that love Huey Lewis and the News, fuck the dumb shit. We're going back in time.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Huey's wrong. See, you go backwards in time.
Yeah, well, you know what? It sounds better.
You go backwards to the past, but you go back.
You know what?
To the future.
I love the fact that he was one of the judges in Back to the
I'm
Future.
sorry, you're just too darn loud.
I'm sorry, you're just too darn loud. Really?
See, all ties
Huey.
together. But this is why Back to the Future might be a dumb film, but it's also a smart film. But it's got a very smart title because you go backwards to the past, but back to the future. Except you don't go back to the future because he's not timeline shunting. So actually, the movie should be called Back to the Wrong Future.
Jesus. Can we just like have a good time with this? Fuck them shit.
How you doing?
How you doing? Yeah, exactly. No, this is not like a technical fucking forum right here, right? This isn't one of your like. I don't want to sound like and make you out like this because you do have fun chats on your channel. You're fucking.
I try not to have fun. Basically, fun is on Jay's channel.
No, you like to get all technical on your chat, right? And I'm just trying to have fun here. So
right. Right. So this is why we work together so well because you. Or in spite, I've got it now. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to give you a compliment live on air. In spite of your fun-loving, hey, how you doing? I'm just a wacky guy having fun. You are following perfectly the inner logic of something that isn't real, perhaps because of your background in watching Star Trek. So this is where an equal. So I'm having more fun, and you're having more logic, and that's why we work together because we're coming. You're a fun guy. I'm an annoying cunt. And we meet in the middle.
We meet in the middle. And hey, everything works out, right?
Yeah, seriously, I think not to analyze I think that's why, because we're coming from different. We're meeting in the middle, like a little fucking Buddha with a sense of humor.
Right, because even though like I'm a sci-fi geek, right, and I know all this fucking shit, and
Yeah,
you're coming like all this time,
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, but, and then you're like, oh shit, oh
See, this is
yeah.
why Scotty's right that time travel isn't real. But again, I'm stuck in the middle because Scotty's like time travel is real. There's no rules.
No,
Then,
well, you know
but
what?
then Scogly's like you need more rules.
No, it technically is possible through physics.
Well, my point, it's real to Captain Kirk. It's real to Marty McFly.
Right, it's real where they are, where they live.
When you're watching a movie, it's a documentary. So
because
it's real when you're watching the
suspension.
movie.
It's called suspension of disbelief, and you gotta
It's
have
called
that.
suspension of disbelief. How
And you gotta have that to make that movie real in your head. Because if it's not real in your head, then fuck it. Why are you watching the movie?
There you go. And that's why when some people, Admiral T, go, it doesn't matter, it's not real. Exactly. It's got to make internal sense because it's made up. Thank you. That's the point. Because it's made up, because it's not real. Just like warp drives and teleporters, and you're beaming up and you're beaming down in your replicators. None of it's real. So this is Star Trek is not science fiction, folks. It's a wackadoodle
Science
space fantasy. Thank you. But because it's a science fantasy, it's got to make some sense. Otherwise, you're going to go.
Some is third sense of sense. Yeah, absolutely. It does.
See, just like with the time travel, we also know that you can't go faster than even lights can't go faster than light.
No,
let alone a big old fucking spaceship.
Even the very lightest known particle to man,
right?
Besides the God particle, the neutrino is the lightest particle known to man, right?
Oh, now you're getting deep. Correct.
And and even a neutrino can't even go fast as light. It only goes 99.99% of the speed of light, right?
Right. And if light can't go faster than light, then a fucking great big spaceship like the Enterprise D ain't going to manage it.
Unless, wait for it, unless you create a warp bubble.
It's warp. It's not traveling faster than light. It's warping
space. It's warping space-time and you're trapping the vessel inside of it. That's how it works.
Exactly. So it's all, like that's not tea or grey hot. That's my recycled piss. Okay.
It's like, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I fucking recycle my piss and drink it out in the middle of the desert. You know what? That shit's real. That actually exists. Look up piss recyclers. You're gonna fucking find it on eBay. How you doing?
Speaking of piss recyclers, this is where I like to. And again, I'm only joshing. Come on, Admiral Teague. Let's get a sense of humor. Let's all get. But it's Admiral Teague that goes, oh, if you want to analyze time travel, that's like listening to a guy doing his taxes. And now watch me talk about Star Trek. This is what I'm talking about. Admiral Teague claims you don't want to analyze time travel, and yet he's literally got a show called Saving
Time
Star
Travel.
Trek.
Yeah.
Right. Same with you, anti-derivative Jill. You claim not to care about time travel. Now you're doing a 3-hour show with Scotty
about time travel.
About Silly on the Edge of Forever with pop culture curator, rest his soul. That's what I'm talking about. It doesn't have to make complete sense, but it's got to make internal sense. You cannot change the laws of physics.
Bill brings up one of my favorite movies of all time. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Closed loop, as I mentioned earlier.
Such an old time travel movies. And then she says, is there any way to travel backwards in time without altering it to the point it would forcibly move you to a different time? No, here's the answer. No, because as soon as you go back, you automatically create a new timeline.
Automatically. Yeah, so the answer is basically no, but yes. So is there a way to travel?
Yeah, no, but yes. Yeah, no, but yes.
Yeah, you can't alter it. So either your arrival creates a new timeline, like Jay just said, or you make no changes because you've always gone backwards, and that's a closed loop.
And that's a closed loop, right? So
right, or 12 Monkeys, or Terminator 1, but not Terminator 2, which is multiple timelines.
Multiple timelines, exactly.
Which means T1 and T2 aren't compatible with each other. Because that's my whole point. You cannot change the laws of physics, Captain. No, you can. You have to. Because time travel, to write an episode of Star Trek, you have to change the laws of physics. But you can't change them twice. Once you've got your made-up laws of physics.
According to Scotty, according to Scotty, not our Scotty, but,
that Scotty. You cannot change the laws of physics.
You cannot change the laws of physics, Captain. But yeah, how many times did he do it to get the Enterprise out of a scrape?
right? But that's the whole. You got to see once you got your made up wackadoodle space fantasy laws of physics, you're beaming up and you're beaming down, your transmogrifier and your replicator and
yada.
your warp 9 and your time travel. Then you got to make your made up rules
Yeah,
of
then you
time
gotta make up
travel.
all this other shit, and you gotta have how many versions of the technical manual? Come on.
But that's what exactly. So even apparently, I mean, you know better than I with Star Trek. Don't they change what warp 9 means?
Oh no,
From
yeah, because the warp scale changed between the refit era and the TNG. So really,
right. So they
are
go.
you
This warp
are
goes all
you
the way
telling
to
me?
11.
Are you telling me that what you called trans warp on the Excelsior was actually just a better way to do warp drive? And even though Scotty looked at McCoy and said from one surgeon to another and dropped like 3 little fucking computer modules into his hand that Starfleet couldn't figure out what the fuck Scotty did. Come on now. How stupid do you think they are?
Hang on, transwarp. Is that when you go so fast you lose your penis?
No, it transwarp.
I made
No,
myself
no,
laugh.
here's the thing. Star Trek is so fucked when it comes to their terminology because
Yeah.
transwarp in Voyager means transwarp conduits that the Borg use to go
Oh, well, you
dozens
should have
and
said
dozens of
conduit.
light years in a matter of minutes, right? Now, transwarp and the TOS era, the refit era, man, oh, we're just going from the original warp scale to the TNG warp scale,
See, what the fuck?
which
So
is
what's gonna be-
an actual thing if you read all the technical manuals.
So which warp drive are they using in Strange New Worlds? I'm going to get confused, aren't I?
Yeah, well, I can't know because it's supposed to be its own timeline, but Paramount doubled down and they fucked themselves. So who the fuck knows?
Right. See, I'm looking forward to watching this show to see how consistent it is. How you do
Yeah,
it, Gorn?
not very.
Yeah, I hear there's an episode with some hardcore Gorn.
Oh, the fucking Gorns. Yeah. Well, you're gonna have fun with that.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I will be reviewing maybe the entire season. Maybe I'll do it with Scotty because Jill won't. she
Well, there are
refuses to
3
watch it.
seasons now. 4 is already in production. So
That true story. That's why I'm only getting. I can't travel in time. I can't order.
you
a
know,
Blu-ray
you
and
know,
a
if your
CD.
internet was better, I'd just fucking take you to a back room and fucking play all these fucking shows for you.
Yeah, no. So I like physical media. It's good to
Yeah, I
if
know
I'm
you
going to
do
be on.
because you can pause and backtrack and do whatever you want. You ain't gotta wait for me to do it for you. You can do it.
Well, I
your damn-
like to contribute. I like to basically for people that slag off new Star Trek and are like, well,
Well,
just
you know
made a
what? I
sale.
don't mind the slagging off as long as I got something to slag off about.
Right.
What I hate are
That's
the
the whole-
dumbass. What I hate are the dumbass fucking arguments.
That didn't like it, hated it, haven't seen it.
Oh, Spock wasn't emotional. Oh, you never watched TOS? You think it's too emotional? You never watched TOS, did you? Fuck off.
I get so emotional, baby. Exactly.
Yeah, you never watched TOS. Then is all my response to that is.
Because I think
Right.
I'm going to watch Strange New Worlds, then I'm going to rewatch TOS because that's canonically the right order. Plus
Canonically, yes. Canonically, yes. Yeah.
Obviously not production order by about
No,
40
obviously.
years, 50, obviously.
Woo, woo. Let's see.
Shit, we went over 3 hours
Well,
again.
darn. Well, there goes my idea. I want to go back in time to Doug Baylor sooner. Well, fine. See how
You
I
could,
feel.
but you'd be creating a new timeline. It'd be a different
Yeah,
Vela.
exactly. If you're gonna go back in time, why don't you fucking stalk me?
That'd be Viv A and stalking
Viv-
Vela B.
Exactly, and going after J.A.
So if you go backwards in time a short time after someone's born, then there's going to be 2 of them, like in Time Cop.
Yeah,
Actually, that's another one that gets a mention in Time Travel Police, Time Cop, because very similar to Back to the Future.
you know, it's like Two Live Crew said in their song. I got 2 versions.
Oh, there you go. That is kind of like that could be a time travel song because yeah, like 2 Martys.
I got 2 Martys.
Well, here's a mind scrambler because once we agree that Marty B goes to the future, a lot of people go, okay, nice and simple then.
Hey,
2
but they
timelines.
never ask what happened to the other one, do they?
Well, there is a 3rd timeline because right at the end of the movie,
timeline C.
thank you, Doc Brown goes to 2015 and then goes backwards to 1985 thus creating
Timeline
timeline C.
C.
Boom. And that's why Back to the Future has got 3 timelines. And just to fuck things up in your head, let's see how good you are in the audience. You, Scotty, on the re-rub. Pay attention, number 1. Doc Brown B goes in DeLorean A for what it's like. Even I only just realised he's using DeLorean because, of course, DeLorean B, Marty B fucked off in that, didn't he?
Oh,
So Doc,
wait.
yes,
He's the guy that knows that the fucking those one guys in the fucking van are coming.
basically Doc Brown gets in the DeLorean. Doc Brown B in timeline B gets in DeLorean A, leaving Marty A with Jen B
To
of
be a
timeline
suffering
B.
succotash and fucking survive his own goddamn self.
He goes to the year 2015. Remember, folks, time travel to the future. Nice and simple, same timeline. You've now got it's off
Fireballs
screen.
behind the fucking tires.
Well, what happens is Doc Brown B in the year 2015 of timeline B meets the later.
It's about your kids.
It's your kids, Marty, and that specifically is Marty A and Jen B in 2015 of timeline B having kids. Then Doc Brown B goes backwards, not backwards in time to 1985, creating timeline C, therefore creating Gen C and Marty C, and we see it from their point of view.
I'm tired of hearing about all the Gen, because I'm Gen X and we just don't give a fuck.
Oh, very funny, Gen X. There's a joke in there somewhere.
There is,
but basically, just to finish that thought, I mean, more of it is in the book, but basically, we see from the point of view of Marty and Jen, Marty A and Jen B become Marty C and Gen C. And therefore, when Doc Brown says, "It's your kids, Marty," it's not his kids.
It's all about your kids. We gotta get them.
But it's not his kids. It's Marty A's kids. He met.
Marty
and
A's kids.
And therefore, that's why without timeline shunting, Back to the Future 2 couldn't happen. Because when Doc Brown takes, when he takes Marty and Jen to the year 2015,
I got so confused about the shunting bullshit. I'm like, where the fuck does this even come from?
I'm telling you.
If we create new fucking timelines, how the hell?
When they go forward to the year 2015 at the end of the movie, when they get to the year 2015, they're not going to be there. They just disappeared.
Yeah.
They've disappeared for 30 years. They haven't had kids. They've been in the DeLorean.
Yeah, because Marty B literally looks at Doc and says, "Look me up in 30 years. I might be an old man."
That's Marty A. Marty B went to the year 25. Pay attention.
Yeah, but the one Marty said, "Look me
but
up."
But basically, without timeline shunting, there's no Back to the Future 2, because Back to the Future 2 clearly takes place in timeline B, not timeline C.
Okay, we're going to talk about the shunting.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah. I think we've reached the point of if your ears are bleeding. Anyway.
Yeah, they are.
About the in the chat say.
Yeah. Ben says, the more you overthink the plumbing, the easier it is to stop up the drain. Yes, I did change your word, so you're welcome.
The more you overthink the drain. See, overthinking, that's it. We don't want overthinking by definition. We don't want underthinking. We want the right amount of thinking.
Exactly. And that's why whenever Captain's getting over my head, I say, "Hey, yo, chill for a bit."
Right, exactly. Because once your brain starts melting, you're not having fun. So we want to keep it reasonable.
Exactly.
I don't want to be talking in long, unbroken sentences in one monotonous voice. It was quite hypnotic.
Yeah, otherwise I'm going to go to my owner and say, "I will break you."
I mean, we've gone over another deadline.
I must break you. Yeah.
I must break you. We've gone over 3 hours.
Oh, no, that's Dolph Lundgren. My bad. I must break you.
Nice.
Viv,
but again, that's why our Scotty R37 says it's fiction, there's no rules. But Scogli says, now you've got to think about the flux capacitor. There's 11 rules, and that's what I'm talking about.
Well, you know what? Who gives two shits a fuck about the flux capacitor? All we know about that is Doc Brown spent his entire family fortune inventing the goddamn thing. That's all we know about.
Well, that's actually my point. To Scotty, I say 0 rules ain't enough. And with all due respect to Scogli, I say 10 or 11 rules is too many. There's one rule. no to one malleable timeline, and that's it. But to be
There you
fair,
go.
if Scotty were here, he'd probably go, no, there's no rules. If Scotty
Now
were here, he'd
there's
go,
more rules, is what he would say, Captain.
so I'm saying there's one rule, no to one malleable timeline. Clobby's law, that's it.
Clobby's law. And what is Clobby's law? Clobber
No
and
to one
Time's
malleable
law.
timeline.
There are no malleable timelines. Thank you,
That's
Clobber and Times.
It's that simple. Everything stems from that one simple idea. Because of the teenage grandfather erasure. But it's so simple,
And
folks.
that
Once you
comes
get
from,
it.
and that rule comes from years and years ago from Clobber.
Right? Yep. Because Clobby, rest in peace. Well, this whole thing.
Rest in peace, Clobby. Absolutely.
Because fools never differ, but great minds think alike separately. And Clobby came up with it, not from me, but on his own. That was his own independent conclusion
And you know what?
that he came up with.
You know, Captain, there's going to be people out there saying, well, how does gay sci-fi think alike like the Captain?
See, if we agree on something, it must be right.
Easily. There's several things I change his mind on.
Right. See, it's called listening, folks. So that so far, there, and again, being in the majority doesn't make you right, but so far there's you, me, Tony Stark of Iron, DVB, all of whom, and others that I've mentioned, Dalek 451's another one, all of whom see time travel.
How's Dalek doing? I haven't seen that guy.
He's also not talking to me, but that's on him. I was allowed in his chat though. He did broadcast a few. Hello, Dalek. Well, Dalek should be another person on the Peace Patrol, basically hugging it out on the J Sci-Fi Nation channel.
Fucking
How
right,
you
Dalek.
doing?
How you doing?
But you, me, Tony, DVB, and Dalek, and a few other people.
You know
and
what,
Clobby,
Captain?
rest in
Why don't
peace, we
you
all
do?
agree.
Why don't you do this? Invite Tony over here. I think he watches
Your
my
channel, you invite him.
Well, no, I ain't about that shit. So.
Oh, fine. All right. Well, if I see him, I'll mention it.
Yeah,
Because
if you
basically,
see it.
we all see time travel the same way, apart from Jens, who doesn't get it.
Well,
and
yeah, he
Scotty.
seems to think there's like 6 billion things from 1/2 second split fucking decision. So.
Right? And this is what I'm talking. We all need to get Jens on here so we can all laugh at him and his stupid ideas about stuff.
Yeah, we can go, ha 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 ha, the fuck you doing?
Because he hasn't convinced anyone. Number of people believing Jens's cockamamie theory about 6 billion off-screen timelines.
Well,
Zero.
He's just gonna, like, pop a fucking, a fucking steroid pill and be like,
he's very masculine, but he's wrong about time travel. I mean, I respect the fact that Jens is into time travel. He's almost as obsessed with time travel as I am. But the thing is, the irony is, he's got it completely wrong. He hasn't got a clue. You're clueless, Jens. You are wrong. Back to the Future does not have 6 billion off-screen timelines. Get a fucking grip,
Jens?
mate.
Say the bullshit you're gonna say about me. At least I get time travel, motherfucker. I taught him new shit about time travel.
There you go. And that's why it would be nice to have you, me, DVB, Tony, Dalek, everyone all together going, we all see it the same way. And the more people that agree, then eventually it's going to reach a tipping point, and then everyone's going to have to buy my book, including Alex motherfucking Klutzman.
There you go, Klutzman.
Paramount, you need to buy my book. You need to understand that even Strange New Worlds doesn't get time travel. You need to fix your shit.
Just because you had some Strange Peas New Worlds don't mean shit.
Right. So when it comes to season, probably too late for season 4. See, I want Time Travel Police to be on both sides of the fourth wall.
Oh,
yeah.
Both sides of the fourth wall. We got to have those that think they know and those of us that know we know.
Meaning I want the producers at Paramount to have a copy of Time Travel Police, but I also want one in Captain Kirk's ready room. I want fucking Picard to have a copy of Time Travel Police. I want Doc Brown. I want Doctor Who. I want all these motherfuckers, all these slack, not getting it motherfuckers to buy a copy of Time Travel Police. I want to see a copy of Time Travel Police in the motherfucking TARDIS. That's what I want.
The fucking TARDIS, yo.
Yeah, I want one in Kirk's ready room. I want them to retrospectively put it back in. I want Pike to have a copy. I want Picard. They all must have a copy of Time Travel Police.
Just for that, I'm going to put this guy back up. Just for that, I'm going to put this guy back up.
He needs a copy. They all need a copy. They need a copy of Time Travel Police.
They all need a copy of how to be a fucking proper Time Lord, don't they?
right? Because they don't get it. They get it wrong. They break the rules. They break their own rules. They go malleable. They go closed loop. They go multiple. They ain't got a fucking clue about anything,
Yeah, they don't know how to be a time lord. So fuck 'em.
right? Because apparently Doctor Who does have a little bit of time travel. So I
Yeah,
heard.
a little bit. Yeah,
A little bit. A little
Little
tiny bit.
a little tiny bit.
So yeah, I'm the time travel police, yo. I've got it right, Jens. Jens, my friend, you don't have a fucking clue about time. Now, other things he might have a clue about. He knows about Total Recall. We're in full agreement about Total Recall. It's not a dream. It's not an implant. It did happen. Everything's real except Quaid. But it's a whole. But time travel. Jens is into the time travel, but he doesn't get it. You don't get it, Jens. 6 billion off-screen timelines. You're fucking clueless. Jens is clueless. Jens, you don't get time travel. Other topics, you're good. Time travel, you, my friend, Jens, are thick as shit. You ain't got a clue. You're clueless.
Yeah, you're clueless, Jens. Viv says, "Oh, two versions, two versions, two versions of me after the same man." Oh, so many interesting possibilities.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. See, if Marty
Yeah.
B hadn't disappeared, then there could have been two Martys in Hill Valley, basically sharing Jen.
No, no, I already know what she's thinking. Oh, I can go back and get Valor and Jay. Okay. Hey, how you doing?
How you doing? See, same with Time Cop. There's two Max Walkers. Anyone that's seen Time Cop in Act
Yep.
3 of Time Cop, there's
One of
two
the
Max
original
Walkers.
time travel fucking shows from back in the day. So,
Right.
yeah.
And then the other one disappears just like Marty B, except he doesn't even get in the DeLorean.
He
They
don't
don't
even
explain it.
he don't even get a fucking farewell. He just like gone like a fart in the fucking wind. How you doing?
Right, exact. Yeah, you've clearly seen Time Cop.
I never said it in.
There you go. So anyone out there, if you haven't seen Time Cop, watch carefully. There's two Max Walkers played by Jean-Claude Van Damme on screen at the same time, just like Martin McFly in Act 3 of Time Cop. And then one of them, as Jay just said, disappears like a fart in the
That's
wind.
the movie. That's the movie that don't even include the TV show that was fucking made because of that movie. So
Well, yeah, well, like 12 Monkeys, there's a TV show, but that's a whole. I've not
that's
seen
a
the
whole
TV
nother.
show.
Yeah, that's a whole
So,
nother batch of fuckery to deal with.
right? There's only so much fuckery we can cover.
How you doing?
So, Time Travel Police does cover Time Cop the movie, but not the TV show.
Yeah.
And it covers 12 Monkeys. So, it actually does cover at least 5 stories.
Yeah, I'm surprised they even covered 5 monkeys or 12 monkeys. What the fuck ever? You know what? I'm trying to reduce them by. Never mind.
Oh, that's why I kept it at 100 pages. I ain't adding shit. If I have to add one more word to Time Travel Police, there's going to be a Time Travel Police 2. Is that what you want, you fuckers? Because that's what's going to happen.
No.
Exactly.
Why do you think I keep my mouth shut? Fuck you.
Right? Yeah, I think we're getting to that point. Maybe we keep saying it. We said it at 2.5 hours, 3 hours. Let's go at 3.5 hours. Let's see if we can go 10 minutes without talking about time travel. Just wrap things up.
Good luck with that. Okay, 10 minutes without time travel. Can we do it, yo?
That's you, Viv and Vela. Just shut the fuck up about time travel for 10 minutes and then we can all go home.
That's all you can do. Shut the fuck up.
Because now all we need is Scogli or someone with a brain to show up in the chat going, but have you thought about this?
Yeah, I would say, oh my god, I didn't know you were live, yo.
Because to be fair, Scogli is a smart cookie. So
yeah, he
like
is.
I say,
and that's why I was surprised when he messaged me. He said, "Oh, guess who blocked me? The captain." I said, "Welcome to the club."
To be fair, if it wasn't for Scogli, this show wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, no, and if I wouldn't have went to Scogley's, this show would not have happened. You're right.
Right. See, that's chaos theory in action, even without the time travel. All these little events. If I hadn't blocked Scotty, I wouldn't have a hankering to go on the show. So basically, Scotty and Scogli, in their own way, are the virtual time travelers with the chaos theory and the butterfly effect that cause this. And mate, you better get 500 views on this motherfucker. This is a legendary show.
This is so fucking no. This is like the best show on this channel ever.
Yeah, we want hundreds of views. So tell your friends, everyone. because although I am back on YouTube, I prefer being a guest to a host. I'm not really a YouTuber. I'm a writer.
Hey, how you do? No, even if I'm on his channel, he's gonna treat me as the main host. That's how that shit used to work.
Right. So that's why I prefer guesting on your channel, pumping up your channel, getting listeners, getting more subscribers on your channel.
pump it up, get a little bit. Hey,
How you doing? And that's why if everyone else comes on board, can you imagine if you just even you, me, and Scotty, even without PvP, but with PvP, you, me, and Scotty on the same channel,
dude, we'd have hundreds of viewers, dude. We'd have hundreds of
right? I mean, a month ago, people couldn't conceive. I couldn't conceive being on a show with Scotty. 5 hours ago, I couldn't conceive being on a show with you. A week ago, no
A
one.
week ago, I
conceived
couldn't
you
either. I couldn't
with
either. A week
Scotty.
ago.
And yet, Scotty came on your show. Scotty came on my show. I came on your show. So all we need is you, me, and Scotty on the same show together.
Oh my God, they would flip
Right.
their fucking wigs.
The universe will collapse.
They
So
would.
that's what needs to happen. So Scotty on the re-rub. I know you're there, you little fuck. Scotty on the re-rub. You got to get your ass on
You
the
fuck.
Sci-Fi
Are
Nation,
you
Wi-Fi
listening? You
Nation
fuck.
show.
You need to listen right here. You fuck.
Yep, you, me, and Scotty. And at that point, Jill's going to come on. And if Jill comes on, PvP's going to come on.
Well,
How
you know
doing?
what? She can come on all she wants. She's still going to be in the basement till I let her on. So,
Well, that's between you and Jill.
but yeah, exactly. What are you doing for me, Jill?
What have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me lately?
What
Nothing.
are you doing? I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord,
I can feel it coming in the air. Yeah, good Phil Collins.
Because I remember. So yeah, you, me, and Scotty. It's got to happen. It's got to happen, Jay, on this channel only. Right here, all day, all night on Dave TV.
Me.
Yeah, it's got to happen, yo. Make it happen. Get the Scott Meister on here.
You know what? I sent him a link. It's not my fault he ain't showed up.
Yeah, no, not tonight. We're wrapping up, but next time, Tuesday or whatever.
Oh, fuck yeah, I know. I'm going to put it public next time. I'm going to let everybody up here that's got something to say.
Come on, PvP. You know you want to.
Yeah, come on. Come on. You know you want to. You want to.
Because I think it's a good test for people with whimsy. People with whimsy and people like PvP. No, I'm kidding, PvP. Come on now.
No,
PvP, DVB.
That's the thing. I've always had an open policy on my live streams, right?
Yep.
You've seen that.
Yep.
Yes, because even though I didn't think you were banned, but you were. That's my bad. I apologize.
All good. But
Even
basically, in theory,
you
allowed.
In theory, you could have came up too, because I did not realize you were banned until you said something tonight.
Yeah, that was a sweet. Even tonight coming up, but that's technical stuff. The point is, in your hearts, you would even have me on, as tonight has proven.
Yes, exactly. I was wondering why the fuck you never said nothing or ever came up. I was truly wondering why.
So that's what it was. It was a technical issue.
It was a
tied to
technical
my old
issue.
account.
Yes.
Yep. So I'm hoping LDG is catching this on the re-rub to see that we can get it together, make it happen. And so, yep, the Sci-Fi Wi-Fi Nation channel.
What? No, you take that soy fucking word back, motherfucker.
Oh, you caught me. Wi-Fi Nation.
No,
It's where. See, basically, everyone's welcome here. So Jens, get your fucking slack ass up.
Get your fucking slack ass up here, motherfucker.
And if you think there's 6 billion timelines, which you do in Back to the Future, you try and convince
I'll call you a soy nerd bitch.
There you go, you soy nerd bitch, Jens. You heard. You fucking heard.
You heard.
So yeah, I think that should be good for your channel growth, basically. Good for your numbers. People realizing that all kinds of different motherfuckers getting on here, talking about the Star Trek and the time travel and how you doing.
And hey, how you doing? Absolutely. How you doing?
Indeed, talking about hot sexual threesomes, tequilas, whatever you like. Reservoir Dogs, the commode scene.
How many people for an orgy?
Right, 6.9.
6.9. There you go.
How you doing? So yeah, we've got all kinds of new dark shit for you people out there. All we need is massive numbers, people in the chat. Not too many. You don't want to end up like Robert My Burnett ignoring
Yeah,
the
where you
chat.
can't keep up with the chat, or like Finity on his last live stream, where he can't even fucking keep up on his chat.
Right, we don't want too much chat. We want the right amount of chat, just a little bit of chat. You know,
Just a
like
little bit.
tonight, just a few questions keeping us going.
Oh, and they kept us going.
They did, didn't they? For
Fucking
almost
right,
3.5
that's
hours.
what I call a fucking fan damn tabulistic chat right there. They were so fucking amazing. They were awesome. Fucking thank you so much for the chat, man.
Yep. See, that's all you need is 3 good people, and you've got a chat going, and that's what we had.
Absolutely. We had Viv, we had Christine, and we had some other people up there.
We had
So thank
Suzanne at the beginning.
Yeah, Suzanne and
Got the
Christine.
ball rolling. Yep,
Yeah.
Christine.
Christine
Viv, Bella,
and Viv. Yes, Viv, Christine, and Suzanne. Absolutely. That
people.
were the 3 that kept us going most of the night. So
and that's all we needed.
you know what? Thank you. You know what? I had all girls on my panel. Who else can say that?
Nice. Not many.
There you go, folks.
I think Scotty was on Spidey's once with 3 chicks. Yeah, in fact, he was loving
Yeah,
that
and he
shit.
drove them all up too, didn't he?
No comment. He did do a lot of flirting. Was like one of them. I think it was obviously Jill. She was like his wife.
Yeah,
And then
she
there was
left.
Tiger
Yeah,
Stripes,
she left like a
his
hot
girlfriend.
topic. Yeah.
Yeah, and then someone else. And so yeah, 3 chicks. Oh, Scotty, he was in hog heaven.
Yeah,
Well,
they
who
all
wouldn't
left. Yeah, till he left, and he was like, "Oh shit, now it's blue ball heaven. What the fuck do I do?" said Scotty.
No one likes blue balls. Not even at Christmas.
But that's what he was left with, yo.
Yeah, the old 3 to none. You see, that's the thing with a hot foursome. You got 3 chicks. You want to maintain. You got to maintain, Scotty. You don't want to scare them
Got to
off.
maintain.
Insane than main brain. No,
Yep.
no brain. No brain.
No brain. Insane in the
Insane in the
membrane.
membrane.
What?
Insane in the
Got
brain.
no brain. Yeah, absolutely. So there you
How
go.
you doing? Right, 3 minutes of uncomfortable silence as we process
Uncomfortable
everything that happened.
silence. No, we're not going to have uncomfortable silence.
No,
we're
none
going
of
to
that.
take
No.
this shit right up to the edge, yo.
Right, high energy right until the end, everyone. You got 3 minutes of fun, and that's it. So, when even halfway through a sentence, because I keep missing.
You know
the
what?
deadline.
And we're not even going to
Yes.
play the fucking shit that I got in my media assets. No, we're not going to do that. This is going to
No,
be
I'm
me
going to disappear
and
on 3:30, wherever we are.
Well, you know what? You're going to fucking stick here because I'm going to put you back to the backstage for a minute. So, fuck
Uh-oh.
no shit.
All right, well then you better wrap up on 3:30.
Yeah, we better wrap up on 3:30. You know what? Hey, you know what? Somebody out there is going to be like, who are these assholes?
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow? Yo! I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Keep firing, assholes!
Absolutely. That's how we are right now.
We're all assholes. Now is now, sir.
Now is now. Hey, yes, no, absolutely. We will end on 3:30. We got 1 minute, 43 seconds, 42 seconds. How you doing?
That's it. You're all done. In fact, we might as well start doing the fade out conversation, which is as follows. Folks, everyone that you meet has got a story to tell that you have yet to hear. All you need to do is stick your fingers in your ears and go, la, 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 la. Not listening. La, la, la. I know better than you. La, la, la. Not taking it in. La, 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 la. Not even
No,
just the tip.
keep going because mine takes like 20 seconds. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that's it. 6.
Oh,
7,
that's it?
8.
Okay, well, we'll do
No,
mine.
1 minute. We've got one now. We're going to go 3.
Yeah, we got
so
1 minute. Let me do mine. You know what, folks? It's a rough fucking world out there. How about we go ahead and take care of each other? Because if we don't take care of each other, who the fuck gonna take care of you? That motherfucker down the road, he don't give 2 shits in the fuck about you. You know what? Grow some skin. Take care of each other. Damn, I still got 30 seconds to go. How you doing? And my thing's only 10 seconds. So, hey,
How you
you know
doing?
what? How you doing?
Got half a minute to go.
I got
25.
well, not quite, but yeah.
Take care
You
of
know
each
what?
other. Stick
Yeah,
your fingers
take
in your
care of
ears.
each other. We'll see you
Just
next
a tip.
time.
Break
Hey,
your foot
Captain,
when-
hold on. I'll bring you up at the end.
Hold on. I'm
Hold
coming.
up.
Oh.
Hold up.